And we're here!
Hey!
Dun, 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 dun. The Unreliable Narrators Weird Hand Thing. Hey everybody, I got a haircut.
It's very nice.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Thanks.
And that's our show.
Thanks. See you next
Yay.
week. Actually, do we find out if we're back yet? We don't know if we're back yet. This
Not
is our
next
last.
week.
We won't be back next week, but anyway, hi, we're the Unreliable Narrators. This is QueueTimes, and we are the Unreliable Narrators.
Wait, who are we?
The Unreliable
Unreliable
Narrators.
Narrators.
And we play Call of Cthulhu currently. So let's introduce our regular real human peoples, and then we'll introduce our characters. So start
Hi,
here.
Andrew Pierce at the hockey pool.
I'm Helen Alamano at Helen Alamano.
I'm Ash Minnick at Astronaut44.
I am Joseph Limbaugh at Overdroid.
Mike Villanueva at Mike Villeneuve.
Jill Hoffman at Silly Jilly Marie on the socials.
Yes, and you can find the Unreliable Narrators at unreliableimprov.com. You can find me at postcardgames.com, where I sell postcard games. All right, so let's introduce our characters. We'll start from the other end to introduce characters.
Oh, what?
I'm Lily Bridge. I'm an undertaker. I am recently recovering from a strange illness of worms coming out of my mouth after a demon tried to kill me because I was the ancestor of an original... it's a thing. Watch it.
Who's looking after you?
I'm looking after myself.
Detective Ray Stuckey.
Ray Stuckey.
Ray Stuckey comes around every once in a while to help
Stuckey,
me.
baby.
I'm not supposed to call him that in public.
Oh.
But in private.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm playing Chester Grant Cordova. He's professor of ancient studies at Miskatonic University. Yes, and he just summoned a demon a while back. Not a short while back. Yes, and paid for it.
Like with money?
No.
With 10 years of his life.
I'm the Keeper of Arcane Lore, which is what the Dungeon Master, Game Master is called in Call of Cthulhu, and I'll be playing all the characters besides these characters and of any ancient entities as well. I will also be portraying. So, yes.
I'm playing Sydney Davenport. She's a very well-known archaeologist and is very good at her job. And, yeah.
I am playing Estelphilus Cordova. I am a bounty hunter, and I was traveling with these merry folk all the way to a village that I've forgotten the name of, and then I went astray. I vanished
It
for
was
a while.
Innsmouth.
Innsmouth.
Name of the village.
Innsmouth.
That's right.
Yeah.
We clearly didn't care.
Yeah.
We did care. We said she...
She had personal matters she had to head back to Arkham to attend to.
Question, it's Estelphilus, right? Not Astephilus?
Estelphilus.
Some people thought it was Astephilus.
Estelphilus.
Estelphilus.
Not Estelphilus. Estelphilus.
Estelphilus.
Never mind.
That's
I'll
down
ask,
with Flopman.
Used to be married.
I'll ask during the game of what business you were taking care of. Your character was taking care of while
Maybe
was
she was at the secret society that we don't know about.
Or maybe
Yeah,
she was
it was-
filing divorce papers.
It was secret business. Yeah, that's my ex-husband. Well, actually, current husband. We're not quite ex. Well, we're ex. For all intents and purposes, ex. But current legally.
And who is your ex-husband?
Hmm?
And which character is he?
Chester.
Chester. Cordova.
Husband, not ex.
Right, still husband. but
Pending.
not
They're separated.
Pending ex.
Pending ex-husband.
Yeah.
It could work out.
No.
We have hope.
Who's this new fella?
Hi there. Until recently, I was Gordon Gamble. Apparently, I went a little bit crazy last week, so I'm in a psychological retreat right now. And instead, tonight, I will be Dr. Frank Gort.
Ooh, Dr. Gord has a deep voice.
Yes.
And I
get
went
too
to
excited.
school with Chester over here, who seems to have aged dramatically.
Are we the same age? We are the same
Wait,
age.
are
We
you
were.
everybody talking in a deep voice
Are
now?
we the
We
same
were
age?
the same age, and now I find you a little older, sir.
So you went to Oxford, the same as I did.
Yes, I did,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Okay.
This is how we talk at Oxford.
No,
It's
this
like
is
when
how
Thor
I
shows
talk.
up on the Guardians of the Galaxy spaceship and Star-Lord is...
Spoilers.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway, So let's do a quick recap. What happened last week? You were all in Innsmouth, and you were able to save Brian Burnham.
Mm-hmm.
You found out he was in the jail. You almost went to the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Yeah.
You almost went in there, which probably would have been a TPK. Probably.
It seemed like a lovely time.
Yeah.
Like they're having fun.
But you didn't end up going all the way inside. You realized that you're getting a little bit over your heads, and then you were able to save Brian from the jail, and you grabbed Ruth, and you, by the skin of your teeth, were able to escape from Innsmouth.
On foot.
Except
Ultimately, yeah.
we
Well,
lost
that's right.
someone on the way.
That's right. Someone was eaten by a protoplasmic entity of glowing darkness.
Can we have a moment of silence?
Yeah. For Nolan.
Nolan Cotton, prolific author of several books.
I feel like if we could, there'd be music and we'd show like pictures of like Nolan doing this, Nolan doing that, like Detective Bob on the job, you
Book
know.
signings.
Yeah.
I did an RIP thing with all of his books on the socials.
Mm.
Wink. What?
Which reminds me, like Call of Cthulhu is a deadly game. In the first campaign that I ran in college, you can't see it. I have a game master screen here. What we would do is every player would draw a little picture of their character, and when they died, we would make little tombstones and put them on. And by the end of the campaign, I had tombstones we had to take them off and put them up along the sides of the wall because it covered the entire length of the screen, and it was too many tombstones. So.
We've been accidentally following in that tradition. At least we have. We've been drawing our characters. Have we shown you this?
Yeah. I love the character pictures. We should
Wait, I
post them
haven't seen
online.
Yes, we'll post them online. That's fine.
Yeah, post them online. They don't really work
I'm an
well
artist,
for
can you
video.
tell?
So that's
Carrot?
someone of
It's
their
an
phone on.
umbrella.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well,
So that's what happened last week, and so you're all kind of, I guess, gathering again here and talking about Nolan.
Yes. How much time has passed?
That's the Monopoly Man.
Enough time has passed. It's probably no longer October. It's probably November now. It's quite cold in Arkham. Enough time has passed that if you have any injuries, you've healed. You do not get sanity back without, some sort of special endeavor to do so. But yes.
Does an endeavor include mysteriously disappearing?
That sounds like an endeavor.
Make a sanity roll.
What do I do for that?
Something you always do.
Try to take over the world.
What shall we do tonight?
Is she trying to fail or pass for
Just trying to pass. Generally, you always want to pass your sanity rolls. Always.
Oh, your sanity is so low.
Which is why she needs to get more. Yeah, no, things are not going well
Okay.
in that area. So, great. Anyone else want to do anything in the interim? Any character stuff that people want to do?
Did the young couple make it to my sister's across the ocean?
They did. Yes. That's where they are. You haven't heard so far. You haven't heard any inklings.
They don't send postcards?
Rude.
No, from Innsmouth.
Oh.
You assume that the other shoe is going to drop at some point or something's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but there's been no official. Like they didn't even talk about, because there were people with torches chasing you, like the whole town was riled up, but there is no official report about this or newspaper articles or anything.
I heard there were some mysterious people that helped everybody out that didn't give a name or just helped people. I heard.
like helping the sheriff get rid of his brains and.
No, like there was somebody who was like, come here, it doesn't matter who I am. I just watched the episode.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the Lucas, or the guy that was the salesman.
Yes.
Right. Yeah,
Lucas Mackey.
he helped you out as well. Right. Drove you out of Innsmouth. Great. All right. So you're
Well, I'm going to make a house call over to Chester's house and let him know that Gordon is in my care. I've ordered several weeks of retreat
What kind of doctor are you?
I'm a doctor of psychology and medicine.
Oh, wow. You know he's Canadian, though, yes.
The physiology is the same. There is no such thing as a nationality that changes someone's DNA.
What's
No,
DNA?
I meant for the
What's
the
DNA?
They're dynamic natural attributes.
Oh.
It's a little term we doctors use. I don't.
What brings you into Arkham, doctor, colleague?
Well, I was studying in Boston, and I just did not like the pace. I wanted to come somewhere a little quieter, so I moved out here.
Arkham is a very quiet town.
That's what I thought. Very sleepy. Turns out my workload has tripled.
Yes,
No.
well.
Well, yes.
Hi, I'm glad you guys arrived back safe.
Let me introduce my former classmate from Oxford, Dr. Gort.
Dr. Frank Gort. You can call me Dr. Gort.
This is Estelle Phyllis, my wife, or yes. Are you there? Are you there? Is she there?
Yeah, she's there. You're all there.
Yes, I am right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, now and again, you all have meetings at your house, and you have dinners and talk about your adventures.
Maybe it's our Sunday brunch.
Yes, okay, Sunday brunch.
You want it to be a Sunday brunch?
Yes.
All right. You're having a Sunday brunch.
We're having waffles.
Professor Sydney Davenport.
Yes,
Oh yes,
hello.
I've seen your articles published in Nature.
Oh, yes, it is. Also, you are you tending to my cousin?
Yes,
Gordon?
yes I am.
Yes, we're having waffles in his honor today. So,
Oh.
yes. Yeah.
With real maple syrup.
From New Hampshire, not Canadian.
Yes, we none of us have been to Canada, so.
The maple syrup there is very different. It has a different DNA. I'm
Wait.
just kidding. It's the same.
Where again is DNA? Is that the
Dynamic natural attributes.
dynamic natural? Okay.
It's like the goop of the 20s. No.
Oh my god, I got it.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Peabody.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's Mr.
How
Peabody
are
at the
you, Mr.
Arkham
Peabody?
Historical Society.
Ah, good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
afternoon, I mean.
Good afternoon. How do you do?
Well, what do I owe the pleasure, Mr.
Oh,
Peabody?
tell him I say hello.
Oh, Miss Davenport, Professor Davenport, wishes you hello.
Well, hello, Mrs. Davenport.
Would you like me to put her on the phone? Well, of course, here you go.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
How are the books?
They're keeping well.
Oh, that's lovely. That's
Keep them
lovely.
dry and well preserved.
Mm.
In,
Yes. All right, wonderful.
What?
Yes, Mr. Peabody.
Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Wait, I want to say hi.
Oh, yes, someone
Ow.
wants to speak to you as
1
well.
hour later. There's a reason I called you.
Oh,
I was wondering, I'm trying to track down, I believe that Richard Russell had a diary. And I'm trying to track. Remember you mentioning him when you were doing some research here?
Yes.
That whole issue with the young Henry Atwater? Yes?
Yes, yes.
And I've tracked down a descendant of Richard Russell, or not a direct descendant, but a related. And I was wondering, perhaps they might have some of his personal effects, or perhaps a journal or something.
Richard Russell. Well, I will.
Do you remember who that is?
I do. I'm talking on the phone.
Excellent.
Well, I shall consult with my colleagues and contact you shortly, Mr. Peabody.
Well, if you are willing to go and speak with this lady, her name is Hilda Russell, and she lives at 596 Walnut Street.
Ah, yes, we shall consult with Miss Russell shortly. Thank you for
And
the
you're just
information.
looking for his diary?
Any historical documents that you could find would be an excellent addition to the Historical Society.
I see.
We keep historical documents.
Are they?
here.
Richard Russell.
Is he sending us on a mission?
I don't know.
I say, do you have some sort of sign on your house that says "Call us for tasks"?
Yeah, that's the deal.
It's
made.
implicit. It's implicit,
Oh.
Professor.
Is he paying us? For...
Ah,
Oh, yes.
would you like to speak on the phone?
Yes, hello.
We
hello.
can arrange some sort of stipend, but I thought you'd be interested because you were so interested in the the previous situation with the sermon bishop.
He said he thought we'd be interested because we were so interested before. We were interested before because we were solving a mystery. This is just you asking us to do a favor, so...
All right, then. Well, there is a stipend. You don't need to do it. I can find some student at the university and send them if you don't want to do it.
He said he could find a student at the university if we didn't want to do it.
Well, do we want to do it?
He said there's a stipend.
Well,
I do need new brakes on my hearse.
Lily needs new brakes. How much is the stipend?
$20.
$20. Who? All right, we'll do it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
all right. We'll contact with Miss Russell shortly.
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I was never introduced to Dr. Gort. Don't worry. I mean, I know I'm a
Lily
terrorist.
Littlebridge, Undertakeress.
Undertakeress.
I'll do my best not to send you any business.
But she
That's
needs the
fine.
money, you see.
She just said that.
I still will not murder people to make sure your business is good. I will try to save them with every ounce of my skills.
Strange that you have to declare that.
Well, she wanted business sent
You're
her
really
way.
charming, aren't you?
Wait, what sort of doctor are you?
He's a psychology medicine.
So why would you be saving people's lives anyway?
I'm both a doctor of medicine and a doctor of psychology.
Oh.
I deal with the body and the mind.
I don't like your friend.
Well, he
My job
might,
is to heal, not to be liked.
but he might be a murderer.
Yes.
I feel like if someone has to declare that they're not going to murder somebody,
Yeah, probably a murderer.
Yeah.
We should bring him along in case we need someone murdered.
Maybe in case you need someone healed. That is my profession.
Sydney murdered somebody. She ran them over.
When did I do that?
Last month in your car. We
I
ran
didn't
over.
murder them.
Well, they got run
They
over.
were bumped. It's not my fault they got... Why does everyone always get right behind your car when you're reversing? Have you noticed that?
No,
Have
we
you noticed
drove
that?
over
As soon
them.
as you start reversing, someone walks behind your car.
Always.
Always.
Shall we consult with this? Well, first, let's decide what of Mr. Richard Russell do we have?
Well, we know that he was friends with Sermon Bishop, who both of them were wizards.
And we have that letter.
Yes,
that
we have the letter,
that was
at
found
least.
in his house, in Sermon
Yeah?
Bishop's old
Yes,
house.
in there.
Oh my gosh.
Do
Oh,
we
one
have
of the half
do we have a
pages.
diary of his?
It's one of the half pages.
I think so.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely if we already had the diary?
Do
then
we
we could
already
just
have
take
the
the day
diary?
off and tell him it was very difficult to find.
Yes, here's
You
the
don't. You don't have Richard Russell's time.
We don't.
Okay, here's the letter. Here's the letter.
You have some letters.
Do you want to read it? So we can remember?
Oh yes, all right. We want Dr. Gort. Would you do the pleasure of reading it?
I would be
In this
delighted.
new voice.
We'd love to hear your lovely, deep voice.
Sir Bishop, I presume that's Sermon Bishop. I fear your absence for many days proves death at the hands of Phillips and his connivers. How they have defeated the Treader tokens a conundrum I dare not guess. Perhaps they have found assistance from the Twilight Order, and so I flee. If you have been delayed and not slain, my letters to S.O. in Salem and J.C. of Providence notify my destination. So let not our correspondence fail to acquaint you of me, for they have their own reasons to speak riddles. Books and papers of value I take. Lesser essays into our central purpose have been carried to the river and given over to the resident. The current resurrection still living in most part. I killed today with a horse pistol as too heavy to cart. I have also collapsed the entrance at Parsons Point. I trust to continue our partnership to truth's ultimate beyond night and day as we have bespoken. Russell. Parsons Point. Do I know where Parsons Point is? It sounds familiar.
Yes, it's.
I mean, how familiar are you with Arkham?
Not very. I spend most of my days dealing with psychological patients.
Yeah. Make a education roll that's like the most difficult, like the 1/5 education roll.
That would be not made.
Yeah, you're not sure. Parsons Point. Meh. You're not from Arkham, so.
No.
We are.
Yeah.
I'm quite familiar with Parsons Point.
Yeah,
But I don't feel like talking about it.
You know where it is.
Well, should we schedule an interview with this descendant? We have we have the letter.
Hilda? Should we just ring her up and see if we can come over?
I say we just show up.
She apparently has no phone.
It's not
I've looked it up. She has no phone.
Dear me.
Well, it's all
not unusual.
hitting animal.
What?
We're all gonna climb into animal.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I entirely forgot that was the name of your vehicle. That sentence seemed odd.
That I'm not riding in a hearse.
All right, don't. You can walk there.
I will
don't
drive
care.
my own vehicle.
Oh,
Do you
Fancy
have your own
Pants
vehicle?
doctor has his own vehicle.
I'm a doctor, of course I have my own vehicle.
That is
I
not
need to make house
necessarily
calls.
implicit.
Well, then we'll see you there,
Very hostile.
Dr. Jerkface.
Who gets there first?
Animal.
Obviously.
roll.
Yeah, make a drive roll.
I would also think that Animal gets there first because we are quite familiar with Arkham.
Exactly, and animal can go 40 miles an hour.
Not that we need to at all times. That seems
44.
a bit much.
What'd you get?
Yeah, oh, he totally won.
96.
Okay.
Oh,
I drive very cautiously.
Yeah, he'll get there a while later.
Get lost several times.
So you are in the neighborhood. It's in French Hill, like in the poorer area of French Hill. There's some older houses there. It's kind of hard to see the like the addresses, so you end up getting out of the car and you're walking. As you're kind of walking along looking for the proper address, you see a group of kids come kind of running past you. Greasy little urchins, pigtails, freckles, etc. And they stop in front of an old 2-story house. And they point up at the window and they go, "White face, witch face, won't catch me, slow and old and cannot see. White face,
I am
witch
definitely
face,
going to yell at
won't
these
catch
children.
me, slow and old
Excuse
and
me,
cannot
excuse
see."
me. Stop. What are you doing?
We're talking to the witch. There's
Why are
the
you
kid who
yelling
kind of steps forward is like a little bit taller than the others.
What
Redheaded, freckle-faced kid.
You little ginger boy. What makes you think this is okay behavior?
An old witch lives in that house.
So?
So?
Do people point at you and laugh at you for your religion?
I'm not a witch.
I know, you're just a little ginger boy who's annoying and yells at his neighbors. Aha, freckled face, red hair, aha. Does that feel good? Do you feel good inside when that happens?
Whatever. Maybe you're a witch too.
I could be. It's, perfectly acceptable.
The door opens and there's a voice from inside that makes the kids scatter. "Get out of here, you old little bastards! Chase yourselves off!"
Oh, I like her.
Yes, I
Yes.
think you have the same psychological scars as she does. Interesting.
Are you even here? Or are you still lost somewhere?
You're not there yet.
Ha!
You rolled a 96. There's a very, very old woman standing at the front door. She's got very heavy white face makeup and overdone lips and rouge.
Looks like somebody I've painted.
On top of her head is a wig of blonde curls. And she's kind of looking at you. She's squinting. She's looking at you. Make spot hidden rolls.
5.
Okay. Yeah, you can check it if you make it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so
I make it AF.
you can see that her eyes were once blue, but now they are cloudy with cataracts. She probably cannot see very well. After a moment, she slams the door.
believe that was Hilda.
Yes, I agree.
Shall we
Professor.
approach her?
Well, perhaps you should approach and knock again.
We didn't knock together.
Oh, we didn't knock.
We must
Knock
yell at
the
these terrible
premier.
children.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where
Hello?
are their parents?
Hello.
Have you knocked? Did you knock?
Oh, she went back in.
She went back in.
Okay, then the doctor arrives. Where is he, though?
He's still gone.
Where did the doctor go?
The doctor was.
If he
The
can go, I can go.
Well, the doctor was supposed to make me tea, and he forgot until right now.
I really think we need to focus on the game.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Wait, no, just wait. He'll be back. Anyway, let's
Well,
move forward.
before he shows up, though, tell us about your friend, the doctor.
Well, the last I saw of him was we were in Oxford together.
Is
Yeah.
he trustworthy?
Oh, you're there now.
He was.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Was not asking about you at all.
You took your time.
That's all right. You're entitled to find out about me.
Wonderful. Shall we knock on the door?
Perhaps the doctor can knock on the door.
Oh, yes.
No, he's
So-
so rude. We want her to like us.
So it looks like there's two bells. Like the top floor is a different kind of unit, right? Different apartment. And it says M and M Hathaway. And then the bottom one says H Russell.
You know, I was going to say Phyllis should knock on the door because she's, just been away for so long.
And a bounty
And that
hunter.
reminds me. What happened to you?
Well, I decided to take a trip. It seemed like perhaps not the best time to take a trip, but I was presented with an opportunity and I took it.
You were presented with an opportunity in Innsmouth while we were there before supper?
Yes.
Great.
Had I known you were there.
Well, I went with you.
We all went together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yes,
I
bounty
had very
hunter.
important business to attend to, and the opportunity presented itself at that particular moment, and I
Oh, that's right, because you're a bounty hunter, aren't you?
am.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's why she should knock on the door.
Yes.
I'll happily knock on the door.
Also, you're just terribly nice.
Oh, as are you.
Oh,
Yes. I do enjoy our friendship.
I do too.
And yours.
Wait, no, we can all be friends. It's
Yes.
not friendship is not finite.
Yes.
Lillybridge. Now we're all friends.
Knock knock.
Who's
No
there?
answer.
There's no answer?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to ring the bell?
ding dong.
Still no answer.
Ring the other bell.
Ding-a-ling.
There's not. There's only one bell.
You said there was two bells.
Well, there's one for upstairs. You're ringing the upstairs bell?
Yeah.
Hello, 1 moment. 1 moment, please. Hello. Coming down the stairs. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I help you? Hello.
Yes, we're so sorry to disturb you this afternoon.
No, not at all. Come in. Would you like some tea?
Oh,
Yes, I would like some tea. No.
If he's
Do
going,
it.
I'm going.
Oh my gosh, no.
No, you're not. It's just way
No.
too break.
No.
Please forgive the strange knocking on your door and then disappearing, and we would love to come in for some tea. And
You were knocking on my door. I thought someone was knocking on Hildred's door.
well, we were.
Oh, I'm not Hilda.
Oh,
No,
Do you know
I
what
know. We know that.
Yes.
We want to come in for tea and maybe you can tell us about her.
Oh, all right. Come in. So exciting to have visitors.
We're terribly excited as well.
yes.
So she takes you upstairs, and gives you some tea and cakes. So you're here to see Hilda?
Yes.
She's poor lady.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Oh, well, she had such a tragic life she had.
What happened?
Well, when she was young, she was in love with a young man who didn't quite back for what's
Clive?
his name? Yes, Clyde Beckford. And they were very much in love, but then Clyde's father forced him to marry a wealthy socialite woman in Boston.
Oh, how
What's
tragic.
her name? What's her name?
I don't recall. But poor Hilda was heartbroken. Yes, and from what I understand, he promised that once his father had passed, he would leave his wife and go back to Hilda. But then they had children, and then once he passed away, he told her that he would not be with her.
Oh no!
Yes,
Oh no! And she waited for him.
yes, she waited and
And
waited.
how long ago was this?
Oh, it was a long time ago. It was, 1890s, I believe, before the turn of the century. Yes.
May I ask, do you know why she wears such heavy white makeup?
Well, Hilda's, she had a very difficult time, and she was never the same, and she's a terribly sad woman. We sometimes do errands for her. She never leaves the house. All of her groceries are delivered, and we occasionally will do things for her. But it's difficult being old. Things get challenging. Sometimes it's challenging to communicate or to say things. Sometimes things don't make sense. When I was a young girl, the world wasn't like this. There weren't all of these motor cars zooming up and down the street, and things are changing so fast now, and I don't think her business is doing so well. I don't think she sold a doll,
Oh, she sells dolls?
she does. She used to be the talk of all of Arkham, and she sold dolls as far away as New York. She was very well known for the dolls she made.
But what if we want to buy one now? How could we? Is it possible?
I'm sure you could probably find in any antique shop or in many stores that have handmade dolls. You could probably even still find her work.
Oh, I wonder if she'll make one on commission.
I don't know. She's very difficult to chat with. She's been alone for a long, long time. Poor lady. You hear some banging down below, and like.
Would it be prudent for us to check in on her?
I suppose that would be very nice, although she doesn't generally respond well to strangers.
We've knocked on her door. Perhaps you could introduce us to her.
Oh, I can't. Coming down the stairs the one time is probably as much as I can do today. I can't really go down. It's not kind of, it's my legs are not what they used to be.
All right. Well, should we mention your name when we see her?
Oh, all right. Well, yes. My name is Mildred.
What's your last name again, Mildred?
Hathaway.
Yes,
Oh,
Mildred
yes.
Hathaway. Yes.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for the tea. Thank you for getting up.
Oh, of
when you
course.
did not
Too
have
bad you
to.
can't meet my sister. She's out of town.
Oh,
Yes,
who's your sister?
Margaret is her name.
Oh,
She should be
When
back.
will she be back?
Oh, in a few days.
Oh, lovely.
She knows even more than I do. She was, more integral to whatever happened back then. So-
Oh.
Did we ask about this Richard Russell? What's Richard?
Yes.
Well, it's an ancestor of Hilda's.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard of Richard Russell. He was so the legends say, a wizard.
Oh.
Is that not so?
that's what the
According to
legends
legends.
say.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I think my sister knows more about that as well.
Where's your sister now?
Oh, she's on a trip to Boston. She's visiting family.
Why was she so integral to the situation?
Well, she was closer with Hilda long ago
Oh.
when it all happened. She was also rather close with the gentleman as well. She was friends with
Yeah.
both sides.
This gentleman didn't marry a Davenport by any chance.
I don't recall the name of his wife. So tragic when he died.
It seems unrelated.
Does your sister live with you?
Yes.
So
We
when we
both
come
live
back,
here.
I'm just making sure we come back in a few days that this is the proper place to go.
Yes.
I just wanted to. Oh, did you say it was tragic when they both died?
Yes, Clyde and his wife died not soon after, I believe, not soon after he broke the news to Hilda.
Not soon after or soon after.
Oh, that's what I meant, soon after.
Ah.
See what I mean about when you get older, sometimes.
Yes.
How old
yes.
are you? I mean, I shouldn't have asked.
It's not a polite question.
No, you're right.
I'm old enough to enjoy tea and cakes as often as I'd like.
Oh, so you're 50.
A good age.
I like you.
Flat.
Yes, well, the Clyde and his wife died soon after he broke the news.
How did they die?
Yeah, I believe it was a carriage accident. Very tragic.
How are the children? What did it happen to them?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You're delightful.
Oh, you're delightful.
Oh, Mildred, no, you're delightful.
Oh, extra cakes for this one.
Hmm.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
No, not gonna get those. Okay.
No, nothing.
I'll
get the cakes.
I think we shall, leave you to afternoon and be out of your hair and just downstairs.
And when you visit again, you can just knock on the door and I'll let you come right out. You can come right out.
Would you and your sister, when she arrives, be open to having dinner at my residence? We will all be there.
And I don't, as I said, I don't go
No,
down
I will
the
send a car for you.
And a man.
No, but I don't go down the stairs.
Oh,
you
but
see.
someone can carry you down.
Yeah.
A doctor, perhaps.
Oh, perhaps Ray.
Oh, let me ask my sister and see what she says. That would be
Yes.
very
I can
nice.
get a detective maybe to bring you down.
It's just, you just have detectives that work for you.
She's very close. She has a very special relationship with this detective.
Oh.
They're betrothed.
What?
What?
Congratulations.
No. Just friends.
I would be
Special friends.
I would be rather worried to be married to a police officer.
I'm not married to anybody.
Yet.
Yes, it's
It
promised.
seems your friends have decided for you. Another cake for you.
Go get me another cake.
All right. So you're as you come out, you notice that
Fork.
Too late.
the door to the downstairs is partly open.
Ew.
And you see Hilda looking out at you, kind of glaring. She looks angry. And as you kind of look back, she slams the door.
Nope.
We've come to inquire about your dolls.
We would like a special commission.
I'm not a witch!
No, we never said
it's
you
fine.
were.
Oh, run away!
No.
Go away!
But I've heard that you make the best dolls, and I really would like one
Oh,
for my friend.
I know, I see you. You're making fun of me.
How is this making
No.
fun of you?
Not at all.
We just heard that you were the best doll maker.
And we had a friend who recently passed, and we thought it'd be fitting to have a doll. He was a very creative type.
Leave me alone!
No.
There's no answer.
Ms. Russell?
Miss Russell, we would like to try to find some records of Richard Russell.
No answer.
That was stupid.
Is the door locked?
Not like the doll thing.
It is locked.
That
I'm
was a
assuming you
good
try to
idea.
open it. It's locked.
Oh, I would like a doll.
Who has a camera that we can get quickly developed?
I believe Gordon had one in his
Everybody
belongings.
who was kind of there interacting with her, make a spot hidden roll.
I make it.
I made it.
No, yes.
Oh, look
Yes,
how
I made
close
it.
we are.
Do I check it out?
Yeah, sure. So if you made it, you noticed that on the other side, you saw a glimpse into her abode, and there were dolls everywhere, and also parts of dolls in various stages of assembly. Also, there was a blanket of white dust all over everything.
So these dolls have not been touched in some time. She's ceased making dolls.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Or a little
Or she's making dust.
ball of white dust exploded recently.
Right before we managed to take a peek inside, a ball of white dust exploded.
Yes.
And
You
caked
can't
everything.
eliminate any possibilities here.
Exactly.
However,
All
the
we know is white dust was involved.
simplest solution is usually the correct one.
Yes.
So,
The
explosion
ball
of white dust.
Maybe it was flour. She was baking.
Yes.
She could be a baker. Yes, you see, so many options. Knock, knock, knock. I mean, we're here.
Oh.
What does she want?
No one answers.
Miss Russell, I really would like to purchase a doll from you. It would mean the world to me.
Can we discuss Clyde Backford?
Beckford. Oh, I do not like this.
Miss Russell, I have $10 cash with me right now.
Oh, hey.
I was hoping to spend it on dolls.
Have you ever had somebody that you've loved die? That's what we want, is to make a doll for our dead friend. Can't you understand?
This feels emotionally manipulative.
I want to give her money for a doll. Also, you weren't
Psychologist,
there.
I can-
Nolan's dead.
I wasn't there, but yes, I'm sad.
Because you were off doing a bounty. You left us, and he's dead.
That's not my fault.
I'm just saying, I was just
The door
stating
opens.
facts.
Leave me alone!
No, come in!
Leave me
I
alone!
put my foot in the door.
No! What are you doing?
Get the doctor!
Falls down.
Get the doctor! Doctor!
As she falls down, you see all of the dolls in the house mimic her exact movements. All of them go like as she moves, they all do the same exact thing. Everybody make a sanity roll.
I definitely want one of those dolls
Oh,
now.
no.
Oh no. I didn't set my sanity on this new character. How do I do that?
It's equal to your power to start with.
I did it.
Well, that's a bad roll, dude.
You really don't like dolls.
You pass out. You're also going to lose a die
No,
6
this
of
is good.
sanity.
This is really,
Okay.
really good.
Oh, okay.
You fail, you lose a die 6. If you make it, you're still going to lose one. This is really creepy.
She rolled a 1.
Oh, that's nice. See if you can fail a luck roll.
I made it.
I'm
You made
spending.
it, you're still going to lose a point.
I rolled 62. My sanity is 60. I'm going to spend 2 luck points to not.
You can't spend sanity or luck to...
Damn it! You
You
can't.
did fail it.
So I failed.
She failed a luck roll.
Oh, cool. You can add a die 10 to your luck.
Ooh.
It's the same one you've been rolling.
No.
Yeah, either one. You can just... okay. So,
So I failed
you fail...
my sanity roll.
You're going to lose a d6. How much did
6,
you lose?
Of course.
3 points.
Okay, now you're going to make an intelligence roll.
I made my intelligence roll.
Okay, that's not good. So, so you are temporarily insane.
Oh, no.
So you're not going to be able to help her out. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening with you here.
This is
Yeah,
only the three
yeah.
of us right now.
Here's what happens to you, Doctor. You flee in panic. You can't handle this. You like stumble backwards, and you have to get away from this place. The one person who can
Nope.
save her life.
Nope.
Yeah, you go down the street for a bit, and then I don't know, like to drink out of your flask, whatever it is that the doctor does to like calm
It's gonna
down.
use
We
this
probably
disgusting
should have-
pickled carrots.
Everybody else made their roll.
Yes.
We probably
Good.
should have
And everybody
warned him
lost a
about...
point if they made it, right?
Right,
yes.
Okay.
We probably should have warned him about the type of things we do.
So I just added 3. Was that wrong?
No, you added 3 to your luck.
Oh, okay.
He did come uninvited.
I knew I didn't like
And he
him.
refused to drive with us. That being said, is she dying? Should we do something?
He did get me.
She is dead.
Oh!
Oh! What happened to the dolls?
They stopped moving.
You know, this is kind of funny because he did sort of send business your way, even though he promised not to.
That's really funny. That is funny.
I don't mean to find humor in a poor old woman's death,
No, we
but
have to find humor somehow. The dolls just came alive. You need to laugh a little.
we should definitely search her premises for good measure.
Should we?
Why not?
Should we call the coroner while we're
Let's
at it?
After
let's
we search.
search and then call as though it just happened.
Oh, all
Yes.
right. Can we push her away? Is she blocking the door?
She's lying in the door. Yes,
Yes.
in a sort of like a a disturbing snow angel of dust because there's like dust all over, like powder.
Oh.
Is there footprints in the dust?
There is. Her footprints are
Well,
in the
now
dust.
our footprints are going to be in the dust.
Well,
Right, because we came in to help her.
But then it'll see us snooping around.
Oh, good gosh. Right.
Maybe we could call Stucky and
Well-
he could help. I mean, he's the police.
Call Stucky. Call Stucky.
is there a payphone nearby?
Is there a payphone?
Do you think...
I'll go upstairs.
Yes,
to
Mildred.
Mildred doesn't have a phone either.
we should search her apartment for a phone,
Aha.
but so that we can call...
No, she doesn't have a phone, remember?
But we don't
we
know
don't
that.
know that. We should search her
We were
apartment.
told by Stucky.
We should search her apartment.
Oh, yes! Yes! Yes!
I see that penny finally dropped.
You're not there.
I'm not there.
Continue eating your disgusting pickled carrots.
You're off being useless somewhere. Yes, so let's search.
That's
her
a
apartment.
good idea. We need to find a phone.
We have to find a phone.
It might be hidden underneath all of these dolls.
Or in a cabinet.
Yes.
Or
Go in a
bookshelf.
bookshelf.
Or in the basement.
Okay, we're going to search her apartment.
Okay, you kind of step in. It's not a large apartment, but there are dolls everywhere. Little.
Do any of them look like Nolan?
Ooh. Do any of them look like any of us?
No,
terrifying.
most of them are very similar. There is one particular doll that was right next to her when she died.
Yoink.
That's about child size.
Wow.
Its face is superbly detailed.
Is it a porcelain face?
Yes, it is. The head is made of clay. The eyes open and close.
And it's just being still right now?
It's just being still. It's got blue eyes, long blonde curls. Yeah.
I'm going to talk to the doll.
All right.
So I'm going to look at the doll and I'm going to say, I'm so very sorry for the loss.
Little eyes are just staring at you. Little dead eyes are just staring at you.
That's fine. I am so very sorry for the loss of your friend. We were here just trying to help, and now we need to find something. And if there's anything we can do for you, please let me know. I'm going to pat her little head.
Is it a boy or a girl?
The girl.
They're all little girl dolls. It's just staring at you.
Wait, all of the dolls are now facing in her direction? Is that what you're saying?
Just the one.
Is it like
Just the
lying
one.
over or sitting up or standing? What position is it in?
Well, and it was lying on the bed. I'm assuming you kind of sat it up so you could talk to it, right?
Yes, very gently.
Uh huh.
Okay.
I'm going to look for this
You
book.
definitely make a power roll.
Power roll.
Just her. Just
I know,
her.
I'm just looking. Where's the No.
Yep.
Power roll.
Yes, well, I think I'm just going to sit with the doll while you all search.
We're just Stephalis and I searching, right?
I'll search as well.
Oh.
You don't find much here other than like doll parts. There is a warm kiln in one room, and
Is this where she would fire
Yeah.
ceramics?
yeah, the dolls have china clay for their heads. But yeah, just everywhere you walk in this place you feel it's very creepy. Just these little, like almost dead children staring at you from everywhere. Various parts too. Some of them are just parts unassembled.
Do they all look like dolls with blonde hair?
Yeah.
Similar to how she was trying to make herself look.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
they do. Yeah.
She was trying to be a doll.
I put the fire out in the kiln. It's a fire hazard now that nobody's going to be living here. You don't want that.
It looks like it was already out. Like she
okay.
isn't,
But it's still heat.
it's still warm. Yeah.
It's been used recently.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm sitting on the bed, I'm going to hold the doll's hand, and I'm going to open up about times when, heartbreak, when my station kept me from being with ones I loved. Or could have loved. That's
Right.
all.
You're talking, and at one point, the doll's head was straight forward, but you look at it and it's turned and it's looking at you. You don't see it move, but you turn back and it's just turned.
Okay, I'm going to continue with my story of how unfortunate love is and how sometimes I wish I could make them pay.
All
So, who are you trying to make pay? Did you have a heartbreak recently? I'm concerned about you now, Sydney.
No, I'm fine now. I'm just letting her know that I relate.
Wow, you never told me this.
We can definitely chat about it later.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is it
No,
recent?
No, not at all. Just when I was a young girl. But those things stick with you, don't they,
I would never know.
Hilda?
Would this young man be someone your parents disapproved of?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, whatever happened to this young man?
Ran off with some woman.
This is terrible.
Did he make you promises that he didn't keep?
Yes, he did.
Sydney, this sounds very familiar. I've heard this story before, recently.
Some might even think you were mocking someone's actual story.
I'm not mocking anyone.
Some might think that.
Anyway,
I'm not there.
sometimes doing what is
You're
right
able
is
to recompose yourself and kind of come back to the. But you're very worried about coming into the house or dealing with these things.
I will focus just on her, on the old woman.
She's already dead.
Yeah.
I
I'm
could
not
do
being
more
mocking.
with her
I'm
than
being
you.
very convincing
Hey,
and sincere. And if you want me to roll for it, I will.
Go
But
ahead.
it's terribly sincere. I don't know what the sincerity thing is.
persuade.
I wish I didn't say I would roll for it.
Oh my
persuade.
gosh. Yes. It's a wicked hard one.
No, not unless you put points.
You roll library use instead.
Nope. No, this is clearly not library use.
Go.
70? You're super sincere. Yeah, so the doctor is standing in the door, probably, putting a cloth to his brow. Whatever.
Have we pulled her out from the door, though? Is
You left her there. Yeah, she's still there.
Yikes.
I'm pulling her in.
To the apartment?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, she's in the apartment.
Cool. And then shut the door. Just didn't want people.
All right.
We
The
need
doctor is inside.
We should call someone.
We've been trying to
You gonna
find
take a look at her?
phone.
I'm going to examine her.
Make
yes.
a medicine roll.
I have it too.
31. I make it.
I love how like Chester shows up. I also know some medicine. Like-
You didn't know any medicine when she was dying.
You're right.
Yeah. Good job, buddy. Good job.
I could have used that. Did you make it?
Yep.
Yeah, she probably had a heart attack. Yeah.
I say she probably had a heart attack.
So glad you're both here to tell us these things.
So you figured out that she's dead.
Wow.
Yeah, well done.
I just checked for causes here. I am not saying anything but just confirming causes. This is standard practice
you
in
think
the
when
medical
she
profession.
grabbed her heart and died,
That's the cause?
she may have had a heart attack.
So I'm assuming you're all kind of standing in the living room now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You hear something breaking from
Wait,
a
is
room in the back.
Where was the doll? I thought the doll was in the
Doll
living
was
room.
on the bed.
Did you hear
In
that?
the living room, yes?
Hear what?
Well, you weren't looking at it.
I've
anyway.
not left the doll.
All right, never mind.
Dr. Gord is going to move towards the back of the house to investigate what crashed.
Nothing
Doctor-
crashed.
I thought you
Gord?
said that.
You're right. I did. I said the doll was near her.
Gord.
Yes.
And
yeah,
you
I think-
set it up though on a thing.
I just.
Anyway, the doll is gone.
It ran away.
Who? Little Hilda, where'd you go?
Oh. Boo. What's that noise? I'm going to go.
Wait, that was
Where did that come from?
Little Hilda.
that a laugh?
Do you still have some of that cake?
Yeah.
Are you handing me crumbs right now? That's fine. That's totally fine. It's fine. Okay.
We heard a crash in the back room, you said.
Mhm.
But we go back there and there's nothing.
Oh, it looks like a vase has fallen off of a shelf.
Are there any footprints, little footprints in the...
There are tiny little footprints in the dust.
Oh, where do they head?
Is there a window
So
open?
bizarre.
They head towards an open window.
Do we look out the window? Do we see anything?
Nope.
Guys, I think a doll.
Yes, the child doll.
Or a cat?
No, it's definitely the possessed child doll that Hilda's soul is now inside of.
Or a cat?
We should call someone about.
Anyway, you don't find anything else in here. No journal or diary or anything like that.
And the doll's now gone.
Yeah, we should definitely
We should call Stucky.
somebody.
Yes.
Wait, you say the dolls are gone?
The doll.
The doll.
The
One doll.
Not all the others.
Can I take one of the dolls?
Sure.
Okay.
Are any of them men?
Nope.
I'm going to find a phone.
I'm
Okay.
going to take a doll as well, and I'll just cut the hair and then do a little blonde mustache.
Aww.
It'll be fun.
Nolan.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna walk around and find a phone.
Well, there's not one here. Where
I
are you going?
understand that. I'm gonna walk
Well, let's
around.
let's go back to my house. You can call your boyfriend
I
there,
not. Ugh.
and then he can investigate what happened.
Are you embarrassed of Detective Stucky? He's such a nice man.
I'm not. He's never indicated anything.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, all right.
I think I will wait here for the police to come as the first physician on the scene.
Right. Okay, that's fine with me.
All right. I take a statement from you. No one seems really surprised.
An old lady had a heart attack.
Yeah.
She was of an age.
Yeah.
Can I bring her back to my place of business?
The corpse?
Yes.
Oh, yes. You are an undertaker.
Make a luck roll.
Yep.
She is taken to your place of business.
Gonna wash her face.
Okay.
I wanna see. Take the wig off.
Yeah, without the makeup and the wig, like you could see how she just seems like a sad, very, very old woman.
But there's nothing completely out of the ordinary.
No, she just seems like a normal woman,
Should I?
but very old and very sad,
Should I?
losing her hair.
Should I embalm her? You know if she has any relatives?
She is scheduled to be buried at Potter's Field, which is kind of like a poor person cemetery. To
Well,
the
I
north,
guess I won't
north of
embalm
town.
her then.
Yeah.
But I make her look somewhat nice. But not doll nice, but like nice.
Right.
I'm
Like respectable.
yes.
Okay.
And I buy her a dress with
Okay.
flowers on it.
How much is it to be buried at a nice place?
Probably a lot, I would think.
Like $20?
No, more than that.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, maybe 1,000.
Oh.
Mhm.
That means everybody's buried at Popper's Field.
No, there's plenty of wealthy people in Arkham.
Should we phone your friend over at the Historical Society and see if he knows anything
Yes,
about
I was about to go
Clyde
there and do
Beckford?
some research on this Clyde Beckford family.
Okay.
So, are we just going to ignore the missing doll and just keep trying to find this
I want to
journal,
look for the missing doll.
I mean, you know, if that doll wants to live its life, I guess. you
Yes.
know.
I don't know how to get into the mind of a possessed doll.
Well, how do you
with the-
propose we look for a doll?
Yes.
An autonomous doll.
Well, if only we had a friend on the police department who could let us know if people had reported
Wait,
odd
do we
things.
have a friend in the police department?
Oh, maybe we should invite him over.
Dinner tonight.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Yes, I love that. I love that idea. Everything can be solved over a dinner.
Just an acquaintance.
Yes, we should invite him over. You'll need a different tie for dinner.
Sorry.
Andrew looks at the camera.
And then Jill
Dr.
narrates what
Gort.
Andrew does. All right.
Andrew wipes his brow.
So you're going to the Historical Society.
Yes.
Anyone else doing anything?
I'm going to go with him to the Historical Society.
All right.
I'm going to spend some time with my dog.
Ooh, me too.
Yes.
Astyphilis.
Would you like to hang out with us and play
Did
with
you
dolls?
take a doll too, Stephan?
I did not take a
You
doll.
did not take a doll.
I don't know if this would go anywhere, but if this is it possible that this little doll left footprints outside? If it was covered in dust, is it worth? Can I have a look on the street outside and see if I can tell which direction the doll went in?
Yeah, maybe, possibly. I mean, eventually it's like you probably would lose the trail, but you could possibly see which way it's going. So you're going to do that while everyone else is doing what they're doing? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, like maybe
Head back
it's
to the
going
house.
somewhere specific.
Oh, that's perfect. We should hire her as a bounty hunter. Find the doll.
What if we went with her with our dolls and tried to lure her out that way?
Hello. But I was going to turn my little doll into Nolan.
Oh, that's what you were going to do? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going with the Astyphilis. I thought you were trying to, like, make it talk or something.
What if we do that
Nolan
too?
did talk a lot.
Listen, Nolan's if we can put souls in dolls.
All right, well, let's stick a pin in that. We decide what you're going to do. You two are going to the Historical Society.
Yes.
I will look for the death surrounding Clyde Beckford. Maybe you could look for the betrothal, marriage, whatever, when he was younger, and I'll look for when he died. Articles,
I was going to look up Richard Russell himself to see if there are any documents about where he resided, because this fragment
Richard
says,
Russell was alive, 200 years ago,
right?
and this is more recent.
But if we're looking for his journal,
I have an idea.
All right. Well, I will look for articles about Clyde, this guy, and then he can go look for.
You wanted to look for. You said something specific that you wanted to look for.
Specific circumstances surrounding his. Well,
Make a library use roll.
let's start with marriage. His marriage.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, in that time.
And I've decided to do something different.
What's that?
I want to look into their children because previously...
Hold on, because we're doing this right now.
Jeez, can I push?
Sure. How are you? What are you doing to push?
Yeah, stay up all night. Whatever.
Okay. Well, if you make the roll, you won't have to stay up all night.
Oh,
If
right.
you fail,
Okay.
you will fail and also stay up all night.
Okay. Made it.
Okay. So you spend some extra time looking into this, and you wanted to look into his marriage, right? So there's a lot of stories about Clyde Beckford because he is the grandson of a visionary industrialist, Elihu Beckford.
Okay.
That guy, he's well known. He's those Beckfords. A story dated 1880 announces Clyde's wedding to a Miss Sonia Merritt, described as a wealthy Boston socialite.
It's not a Sonia Davenport, but a Sonia Merritt.
Sonia Barrett.
Barrett.
Oh, Merritt. No, it's Merritt. Yeah. See if you can make another library use roll.
Made it.
All right. There is a newspaper article dated August 1891. Local industrialist killed in accident. Clyde Beckford dead at age 34.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arkham. One of Arkham's prominent citizens was killed last evening in a carriage accident that also took the life of his wife, Sonia Merritt of Boston. The scene of this accident was High Street east of French Hill near the intersection of East Street. Witnesses say a young child dashing in front of the horses caused them to bolt, overturning the carriage. Clyde Beckford was killed instantly. His wife died a few hours later at Arkham General Hospital. The unidentified child, described as a girl about 10 years old with long blonde curls, disappeared during the ensuing chaos and has not been found. Final funeral arrangements are still incomplete, but the family has announced it will donate Mr. Beckford's papers along with portions of his library to the Arkham Historical Society, of which Beckford was a co-founder. Mr. Beckford and his wife are survived by 3 sons, Matthew, Thomas, and Richard.
And the address is 596 Walnut Street,
No,
French Hill.
that's Hilda's.
Right, but then this person was killed in French Hill also.
That is true.
What was the name of the kids?
The kids.
Matthew, Thomas, and Richard.
So
One of the children was named Richard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Common name.
I suppose so.
And you...
Going to try and find any information about where Russell lived back in the day.
All right, make a library use roll.
19. Made it.
Let's see. Yeah, you do find some information about that. You find a book called Thaumaturgical Prodigies in the New England Canon.
I know this book.
Yes.
Well, Gordon mentioned something about this book.
It'll take you a while to read it if you want to read it. However, it does have a passage that says Russell lived in Arkham as well, at the western end of what we know now as Main Street. Yeah. I think I gave y'all that handout as well.
yeah, and
It's an excerpt from Thaumaturgical Prodigies, but it mentions where he lives.
and the end of Main Street is where I believe when you guys were spelunking through that secret passage, I think it was one of those.
That was the house we
terminals
came
of
out on.
that, wasn't it?
That was the ending house where you came out. And it was someone, people were living there.
Okay.
Oh, there was a couple there.
Badwater Road.
That's where Sermon Bishop lived, Badwater Road. Russell lived on Main Street.
Chester, you went down that tunnel with him. Is that correct? With Gordon?
No, I believe it was Astellphilus and Gordon, right?
Or was it?
No, was it
Wait.
Gordon and
Nolan.
Nolan.
No.
Yeah, Nolan was definitely there. He was the one who shot the thing. Yeah,
Correct.
went back and killed the thing that was suffering down there.
Yeah, I was sitting outside working on my suntan, and
Wow, both of those are gone. Your suntan and the men.
yeah.
I was not there. I was on a dig in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
It was lovely there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Great. So the rest of you, what are you doing? You had this new idea of thing you wanted to do. What is it?
I wanted to look for the children, Matthew, Thomas, and Richard, because
Well, you don't know those are the children yet.
no,
because he's
I
still
don't know
doing his
they're the children,
research.
but I want to look into where I know he has children,
Mhm.
so I don't want to look into them and where they are now.
You can do that tomorrow because he's already looking for that information right now. So you would just be doubling up the information he already. Does that make sense? Like he was.
Oh, he's looking for where they're at now.
Well, that's what he found out what their names were, and
Uh-huh.
you don't know what their names are. So until he comes back at the end of the day with that information, you can't really, unless you wanted to be there and do something else at the Historical Society.
I mean, if I could only text her.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, but once again, like your whole day was spent doing that.
Right.
You've made 2 rolls.
Right.
So you can't like go back in time and in the morning I knew what the
All
name
right.
of these children were.
All
Like
right.
you know.
Yeah. Well,
Chester,
then
are you still studying? We should get going.
I just.
all right, then I'll go back with Astellphilus and look for the doll. But I'll bring my doll.
There's no smoking in the library.
I'm just outside in the hallway.
Ah, okay.
I would like to go to my home to look at my father's books, but also I have cut the hair of my doll and plastered a little mustache on, and then commissioned one of my servants to make him a little suit and hat.
Make one of the suspenders broken.
Oh yes, of course.
Fixed.
But yes, I would also like to check my father's books about, putting souls into inanimate objects, ancient mystery cults, things of that nature.
Don't you have a club you belong to that
I do!
Yeah.
I should go to a secret club. I've not been there yet. I just said I checked yes on the invitation. Stuff it was.
And
Hermetic
Histophilis, too.
Order of the Silver
And
Twilight.
Histophilis has that
Yes, I would
membership.
like to go to the Hermetic Order of the Silver Twilight.
Alright.
But I cut my doll's hair before I left, and I left it with my servant to make little trousers and a hat.
Okay.
Very specific description.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Good. What happens at the Hermetic Order?
Well, what level are you at? You're like just an initiate, right?
Well, I'd
Apparently.
like to think I'm important.
I'm making a cult roll.
Okay. Oh, alright. My cult is better than my Innsmouth law, which is surprising. I still don't make it, but that's bad.
They haven't lifted you up to the next level yet, but you can talk with someone there. They haven't raised you beyond initiate yet.
I would like to chat with
So
someone.
you don't have access to their library.
That's fine.
Carl Stanford will talk to you.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the pale-faced guy, right?
John Scott he's in charge of the place. Carl Stanford is like it's kind of like
God.
he's like
His
he's
associate.
also important, but like not in charge.
Hi. Hello, sir.
Hello.
I've heard so many wonderful things about you from my father.
From your who was your father?
Obviously, Professor Davenport. Yes. Henry
I'm
Davenport.
sorry, I don't recall.
Oh, I get it. Oh, yes, you don't know who he is. Secret. Yes, anyway, so, had a little bit of an issue in that, I was trying to have a conversation with a woman, and she died mid-conversation, and then her soul was transported into a tiny doll, who's now running around the town. And I would very much love to find this doll, because, honestly, to be entirely selfish, I mean, you'd think you'd just want to get the doll back because it's quite a nuisance, but I would like to know how she did it so I can put the soul of my dead friend also in a doll because I miss him.
Well, that's a lot.
I know. It's been a day,
Any of the sorcery you're speaking of, the magic you're
Right,
talking
yes.
about, is very dangerous magic.
Which is why I've come to you. You must have more experience and knowledge in it. I would never think of doing this on my own.
My advice to you would be to not do the things you're trying to mention.
That's not helpful.
Well, what do you know about magic? You're talking about very advanced things, and
Well, I know I have experienced many an interesting and rare thing, not only recently in Arkham, but also in my travels abroad. I'm an archaeologist, and Egypt is a very dark place sometimes. I also know enough
it's
to
been
know-
around for a long time. There are mysteries and secrets there.
Yes, and it is my job to dig them up, you see. I also know enough about it to know that I don't know enough about it, which is why I go to experts and, can hire them.
Well, I will say this. I do think that it is possible to place your soul into an object or item.
Oh, I know it is. It happened this morning.
Yes. That is very powerful magic. And
Yes.
it's, the person you speak of must have some sort of...
Well, she's a descendant of Richard Russell. So,
Ah,
yes, of course.
the notorious Richard Russell.
Yes.
Well,
It's actually funny. We went to speak to her to try to find Richard Russell's diary, and then the whole doll thing just happened. It's...
if you ever do retrieve his diary, we would be at your service if we could peruse it.
Oh. Well, that's good to know.
And I could definitely accelerate your movement among the ranks if you were able to donate it to our library. We are very fascinated. I mean, we do collect these sorts of things. And also, many of these books are dangerous, and it's better to keep them out of the public sphere.
Yes, I understand.
That is part of our mission here. You see.
Just to keep things out of the public sphere.
Yes, to protect people.
Right.
You seem as someone who has encountered some of these dangers, and so
Yes.
I feel like I can be forthright with you.
And that's yes, exactly, and that's what I'm meaning to imply is that you need not count me among those you need to protect, as it were.
No, I can see that that's true.
Wonderful. So, as far as the soul bit, it's very powerful magic. Is there anyone you know that might be able to help me with this? Yourself, perhaps?
With placing someone's soul into your doll.
Well, I feel like we should locate the missing doll first.
I think you should find out how this person who died did it, and
Yes,
then
yes.
maybe
That'd be
maybe
great.
you could teach us something.
Oh, okay. All right. This is a very learning moment. I get it. Do you have any books on the subject?
Perhaps.
Mhm.
Do you speak any other languages? Do you
Of
read
course,
anything? What do you
of
read?
course I
What
do.
languages do you read?
Well, Latin and Egyptian, obviously, and then French, just because I was very into a Frenchman at one point. And
Let me take a look
unrelated.
at the library and see what I have available, and come back tomorrow.
Oh, all right, lovely. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for taking the time.
Understand that any books that I give you in this capacity, you must return to the
Of course,
society, and
of course.
yes, it'll be on a loaning basis only. But I
Oh,
would
yes.
love to help you.
Yes, I know. Certain old things, they belong in museums or wherever, they go.
Yes,
Yes.
wherever they go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're tracking the doll, and you're going with her. Okay, make a spot hidden roll, and you have a doll with you. I mean, do you have tracking?
Yeah.
You can make a tracking roll. Or
Oh
spot
yeah,
hidden.
you're bounty hunter.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, the tracks kind of peter out
Okay.
and disappear.
Okay.
Can you do a spot?
You know, spot hidden?
Can Jill do a spot hidden?
You Lily.
Sure.
Well, if it's checked off, it doesn't mean anything. You still have the original percentage. Okay. Nope.
All right.
Well, this was fun. If I take the doll, like, hello, where
You
are
kind of
you?
like poke the doll's head like through windows.
It just, yeah.
Does
Hello.
anything happen when she does that?
You poke the doll head through into the windows. What do
No,
you
no,
do?
I'm just walking around with the doll. We can peek into windows, but like,
As you're doing that, you notice there's a crowd of people at the corner, and there's some commotion. Something seems to be going on over there. It's getting towards evening at this point.
guys, Stephanus, let's
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
to the
Let's
corner.
see what's happening. What's happening?
So there's an Arkham police car parked nearby, and you see Detective Stuckey is there, and a couple other police officers. Apparently, he goes, "Oh, hey, Lily,
Hey.
Oh, you follow me around
No,
now?
that's silly.
I like how you guys are pretending like you haven't seen each other for a long time. When you have.
But I just saw her now for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was over, and he answered the phone, but that was
Right.
just
I
'cause
was-
he was.
I was dropping off some stuff
Pipes.
pipes.
Yep.
She needed some pipes
Uh-huh.
for
Sure she did.
plumbing.
She
I'm
needed.
so sad about there.
Anyway, yeah, it's too
I
bad.
can't crack that metaphor.
What happened here?
What happened here, Stucky?
The kid died. Yeah.
Was it the redheaded kid with the freckles?
You know that kid?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
know
him, but we saw him earlier. He was
Yeah.
making fun of Miss Russell.
Well, he must have tripped and fallen into like a puddle or something, and he drowned. Guess he knocked himself out.
Whether did it rain recently? And there's puddles.
There are some puddles, yeah.
Oh my!
There was this though.
What is it?
He like the body's kind of wrapped up in blankets, and he kind of calls you over and like looks around to make sure.
Am I privy to this as well?
It's
or
up
is
to you
this,
if you
like-
want to look at the dead body or not. You will make a sanity roll for looking at a dead body, so it's up to you. You can like not look, or you can look. It's up to you.
But am I privy to the
Yeah,
conversation?
you heard the conversation. Yeah,
Okay.
he trusts you too. You're a member of the group of people who dealt with the Atwater incident.
I
so.
was just making sure this wasn't like an insider's cahoots.
It is, but you're part of the Insider Cahoots group.
Did Stucky already get the invitation to dinner this evening?
Are
Is
you
that
there?
what
How are
it's
you? How are you asking this?
I'm asking the
invited.
DM.
He's invited.
GM. Okay.
I don't know. You'll see.
All right, I'm looking and I'm
What if Lily and Russ
Anyway,
I'm used
detective don't show up to dinner?
the boy is holding in his hand. He's clutching some antique old lace.
I don't think I need to look.
Wow. What do you make of this? Stucky.
It's I don't know. It's strange, isn't it? Old lace, like a dress or something, part of a dress. Make an intelligence roll.
What was the
I'm
doll
not-
wearing?
Yeah, what was the doll wearing?
Antique old lace.
I made it.
Yes, that's exactly what the doll was wearing.
This is what.
What do you say?
I have a lot to tell you. Did you get the invitation for dinner tonight?
Yeah. So we're not gonna do that other thing.
Oh.
Okay. No, we'll go do dinner. We'll go to the dinner.
I'll tell you at dinner about all this. It's very strange. But then it should be short and we can do the other thing later.
Oh yeah, we'll do it later.
Yeah.
What's the other thing?
Oh,
You're
it's
not
just
there.
no, she is there.
Oh, I thought she wasn't looking.
She's
at
just
the-
not looking. She's like literally averting her eyes. She's like, what's the other thing?
Oh, I see.
Well, he still hasn't answered her question.
Oh, it's just we're doing some research on some stuff.
So there's some stuff that I'm allowed to be privy to because I'm a part of the team, but then there's other private stuff within the team that I'm not in. Yeah, I get it.
What? It's just it's just hanging out.
We're just.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
All right, I'll see you at dinner. I gotta write this up.
Yep. Listen.
He's bringing more pipes.
No, but it's like we're going to drink, but he's a cop and there's other cops around. We can't talk about
Don't
it.
lie
It's
to me.
illegal. It's illegal.
We've been friends for 10 years.
I'm telling you, it was drinks, and I can't talk about it in front of other cops.
Drinks and
That's it.
I'm very happy for you.
I have nothing.
I'm very happy for you.
Great. So you all arrive at dinner. You have a message for you.
No.
Lovely.
Apparently, your servant apologizes, but they have lost the doll. And on that, we will take a 10-minute break. For it is time to take a break. So for 10 minutes, we'll be gone, and then we'll be back. And yeah. And we're back. Arm thing. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, so we're back. So the doll is gone.
Father.
You gonna fire the servant?
No, not at all. It's just distressing because that means there's already a soul in the doll, and it. My plan doesn't work regardless.
I do recall when she passed that every doll moved like her, so maybe she's in every doll?
Or multiple people are in multiple dolls.
It's like almost like a religious thing, you know. There's her, a little bit of her in everyone.
Anybody concerned about this? This is creepy.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Oh, I didn't know he was there. Oh.
Let's fill you
Detective
in.
I
Stucky.
brought some bread.
lobster?
Oh, that's
Interesting.
so sweet.
He made it himself.
No, I didn't. I don't make bread.
That's. I do think it's very endearing that you try to make your bow look good, though. That's.
My name's Ray.
Yeah,
No, I knew your name.
great.
I was saying Bo, as in her beau, her
Well, whose
suitor.
idea was it for you to bring the bread to dinner?
Oh, apparently it's a thing people do. It's like we go to dinner somewhere, you bring something to, be polite or something.
I
Right?
think it's a tradition well established in culture. I
Can
think
we
you're right on the
move
money
on
there,
from
Mr.
the
Good
bread?
culture, yeah.
Wait,
See,
not-
what this guy knows. Who's this guy?
Bread.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Dr. Gort. Frank Gort.
Not a bouquet of flowers or a bottle of wine?
Oh my goodness.
Wine is illegal.
Yes. Why would he bring a pot of flowers? Let's tell him about the
And if I was
dog.
gonna bring something hooch related, I think I'd bring something stronger than wine.
Hooch. Ugh.
Coconut arak?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh yes, who would like some medicine?
Can we please?
Yeah,
move on
doctor,
with
you
this?
know how much people need medicine, right?
Everybody should have at least an ounce a day.
Can we trust him?
Right, what sort of ounce would you like?
Big ounce.
All right, I'm catching Stucky up on it.
Oh, weird. Oh, creepy. Does anything normal ever happen to you people? Like, ever any normal things happen?
I don't
No,
think so.
nothing normal. I mean, I'm an undertaker. So
Yeah, well.
nothing.
At what point did your life start getting more
My-
interesting? Before you met her or after?
It was pretty interesting before, but it got more interesting after. But my life's always been pretty interesting.
That's one way to dodge the question.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. So, has there been any, sightings of a little doll beyond the little red ginger fellow that the dog killed?
You're asking Stucky this.
Mm.
I've not heard of any doll sightings.
What about 10-year-old girl causing mischief sightings?
Nothing like that.
I mentioned the article of the guy who died. By the 10-year-old blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl running and spooking the horses, turning the carriage over, and that's how he died.
So what are you saying? What do you think?
Well, the
that
doll
was-
matches the description of whatever spooked the horses back in 1880.
Do you think a doll scared horses?
Is
Ran
that-
out in front of horses. Is that what is that what you're saying?
Is that the weirdest thing you've heard us say this evening?
I think you should go and see the footprints in the dust if you don't believe us.
Do you still have your doll?
Yes.
Oh God! Oh, nah, you know what? I don't like dolls. Here's the thing. I
So
find
we
them to
hold
be
them
Not
kind
this one.
I find them to be kind of creepy. So
You shall be mine. No,
that's not at your place, is it? You're not keeping
Not-
that.
No,
at
it's
your
mine
place?
now. Don't worry. When you go to visit her at her place, there will be no doll.
She
I'm
just
not
took your doll.
necessarily going to visit her. At
It's
her
okay.
place.
You are safe here. So cute.
Well, you're the people who are good at figuring out weird stuff. I think maybe you should.
We thought maybe you could help use your tracking skills.
My tracking
You're a
skills.
police detective.
Well, if I can keep my ears open, if I hear anything, I'll let you know. But I mean,
Oh, also to find the children. Yes.
Yes, the three. I've just learned there's 3 children that are probably adults now. Of Clyde Beckford.
Yeah.
well, I mean, there's the Beckfords. I mean, they're kind of a wealthy family. I mean, you've heard of the Beckfords, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes. The
Some of
industrialists.
them probably live in this neighborhood.
Oh. See, I'm glad we brought him over. He's so smart.
Right. So can we talk to these Beckfords, or do we know where they live? The children isn't. Did you want to speak with the children?
Yes, but after dinner.
I know. I'm just we're discussing. And just
Yes, I would very much like to talk with those children.
Yes, great. Well, we'd like that.
Can you not have that thing?
I
here?
cannot let her out of my sight.
No, I think you should.
She will leave, and I would prefer that not to happen.
Can you just.
I have a satchel. I'll put her in my satchel.
good.
I'm so sorry about this, but I don't want to lose you. I buckle it out. Buckle it.
All right, so dinner's over. Unless anyone has anything else they want to talk about, what do you guys want to do next? What's your plan?
Well, I think also is it worth thinking about, who the possessed dolls are seemingly killing? They seem to be people who have wronged Hilda.
Right.
Is it
Not necessarily the children.
Yeah, is it worth trying to figure out maybe if there's somebody else that may have wronged Hilda that could be in danger?
Oh yes, there's other children that were there. You should keep an eye on them as well.
Did you tell Stucky that you were there when she died?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I disclosed what happened.
That's how we know about the dolls and why we have the dolls.
Yes, I thought we explained everything.
I'm just checking because that's, wouldn't you kind of also possibly be targets because you kind of killed her?
Oh.
Did we kill her though?
I mean, we kind of.
You stuck your foot in the door, right? And you wouldn't let her close the door, and you startled an old lady. And
I do remember telling you this.
Maybe
part
the
of story.
first one to say, "Oh, gooseberries."
Man, I don't
Darn.
want another demon chasing after me.
Right.
I mean, I guess we could be.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah, it seems likely.
I've just recovered from worm mouth.
Yes, and that is a good point, actually. If we are being targeted and our lives are in danger, perhaps this would be a good time to solidify certain things to make sure we have no regrets. Yes?
You were the worm mouth case? That's fascinating.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps things have been solidified already.
It doesn't appear as they have.
Oh, well, all right.
you need to work on this, or are we going to do that other thing?
Yeah, we're gonna do the other thing.
All right, we got to go.
So we're gonna go
Bye.
bike.
All right, Lily and Stucky leave.
Perhaps things are being solidified now.
Perhaps, yes. Well,
We're all just sitting at the
they're welcome to
table.
solidify here.
So
Wait,
what's-
I run after them.
So what?
Wait, I run after them.
They're gone. So what are y'all doing? What's okay? So is anybody doing anything tonight? Or room flip the next day, and everybody can kind of do stuff.
I'm going to reach out, obviously, to my servant and see if she finished the clothes. I'm going to turn this one into Nolan. That's my plan for the evening. When I put my mind to something, it happens.
I write a message to the Beckmans.
When you get there, your servant is distraught. And tell me about your servant. What's your servant's name?
No, this is Eliza. She's been with the family for years.
Mhm.
She's still, she's quite lovely, and she's still quite young. Even though she came to us very, very young. She started working with us because her mother was a cook. So she actually started at the house when she was about 12. And so she's about, 29 at this point. So
Miss Davenport, there's something here. I don't know. There's something here tonight.
what do you mean? What
Something was moving around, and I don't.
No!
At first, I thought it was a rat or something.
Oh no, that means the doll is not lost. It's still in the house.
Why
Oh
is-
no, I'm sorry.
Miss
That's...
Davenport, I cannot stay here tonight.
No, that's fine.
I cannot
That's
stay
fine.
here tonight. I must go. I'm sorry.
Eliza, before you go, tell me what happened. No, I know you said that, darling. What happened?
You shouldn't stay.
That's fine. Did you finish the outfit?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Oh, it's
No,
amazing.
I don't have it with me.
Oh,
It's in
great.
the other.
I
It's
just
in the
assumed
sewing
you
room.
did. Okay, I'll grab it.
You shouldn't go stay in the house, though.
That's fine. I won't. I'll probably stay at Chester's again. You just I've moved all my sherry there, so I might as well stay. But I need to know what happened. Did anything odd when the doll went missing?
I saw it looking at me,
Okay.
and then it ran away.
All right. I'm sorry. That must have been terrifying for you. You're welcome to take your time. Go maybe visit a doctor.
Goodbye.
Okay.
You are now alone in the house.
Yeah.
Did anyone come with me?
No.
No.
Go get the pants.
I'm
Go
going to
to
go
the
to the
sewing
sewing
room.
room to get the outfit.
And she has 2 dolls in the house now.
No, one's
No.
missing.
One's in the back and one's running around the house.
Yeah, you brought one with you in your backpack, your satchel.
No, I left that in the car.
You
Why
said
did
you
you
brought
know
it with
you
you.
brought
You
it?
said you
Yeah.
brought it with you because you were planning on making it into another.
Well, yes, fine.
Roland.
It's locked up in my satchel. I said, no, I'm going to bring it with me. Right.
So tell me, what does your sewing room look like?
First,
What's
I'm
your
going
sewing
to-
room? Tell me
I'm-
how the layout is. What's the furniture in there? How many doors are there?
I'm going to grab one of my pistols.
All right.
I've got it in my very
Where do you
cool
keep your
leather
pistols?
Ah!
Man.
Well, I usually always have one on me, so
You said you were grabbing one, so where do you keep them?
I'm going to walk out to the car to grab a pistol and then go back
Gonna
inside.
go out to the car and get a pistol. All right, and you come back inside.
Yes.
But do you have pistols in your house?
My father does have a gun collection that is locked up.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but
Like
it's mostly
behind a glass case, I'm assuming.
yes, but it's mostly like rifles and elephant guns.
Interesting, because earlier you made it seem like you had pistols in your house.
No, I said I have a pistol.
No, that's
with
fine.
Me.
All right, so you
It's an
got
elephant gun, not a pistol.
You got your pistol. You're back in the house.
Yes.
Now tell me what your sewing room is like.
You know, it's not my sewing room because I don't sew.
Right.
What is a sewing room like?
Stop beating around the bush. So I don't honestly go in there often. But
Okay, we'll say there's probably a sewing machine. I would imagine.
very old.
Reams of fabric.
Yeah, well, but modern for you.
A lot of needles.
Yeah, some needles, some fabric.
A lot of
Probably
prints.
one of those creepy like mannequins.
I'm
It's
going
like
to
a
make a call
partial
before I
yep,
go into the
dress
sewing room.
mold
Dress
or
form,
whatever.
dress
You make
form.
a call?
I'm going to make a call.
Okay.
I'm going to call Chester.
He's gonna phone a friend.
I'm
You hear this?
I'm still calling Chester. Chester, hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yes.
Yes.
So I've returned to my home. The doll
Make a
is
spot hidden roll.
the doll is loose. Probably going
Wait,
to try
just hold on. Make a spot hidden roll right now.
Yes.
All right.
I got a 33.
You then see this tiny blonde figure darting towards you with a knife.
Oh God, it's trying to kill me. No, Tiny Nolan, stop! Sorry. Why are you trying to kill me? I really want to be with you.
Oh, it
I've written
misses. What do you
several
do?
books.
Okay, I tell these.
It's got a little butcher knife. It's like
I reached down to try to grab the arm with the knife. It's a little doll, isn't it?
yeah, but it's like the size of a small child, like a 10-year-old
Whoa,
child.
the big doll.
Yeah, these dolls are large. They're like a child. I said they were child-sized.
No, you said one was child size.
They're all child-sized.
Oh, that is not what I
Yeah, me
understood at
neither.
all.
They're all that size.
I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of space work with tiny dolls.
I said they were okay. Well, they're all that size. That's,
What?
yeah.
And
all
we
that-
took-
we
medium
walked
child
out of the
size.
house with two child-sized
you
dolls.
did, yes.
We must have had under our arms.
Yeah.
I would not have done. That's so terrifying.
Anyway,
So, okay.
you're grabbing at it. It's going to try to stab you again. It misses again.
Okay, so I'm going to grab at it.
You're going to grab it
Well, yes, I'm going to. Obviously, it's trying to stab me, and I
and make
just
a grapple roll.
I want to talk to it. Her.
Oh, that's right. She's mad because you tried to.
I don't know where my grapple is, but it probably didn't make it.
Well, it's probably unarmed combat actually in this.
Oh.
Yeah, or brawl.
Ugh.
Should be alphabetical. Or
Oh, there's brawl.
I know it's alphabetical.
It's under fighting. It's under fighting. Brawl is under fighting.
25%.
25%.
Okay. It's just like,
That's
fine.
45 for me.
Oh.
Yes! Got it.
Okay, so you, what's your strength?
It's nothing. 50.
Yeah, this doll is stronger than you. Yeah, that's the first thing you notice as you grab its tiny little hand. Like, it's stronger than you, significantly stronger than you.
Baby Nolan, stop! We should be friends. I have another friend here with you.
The doll is not talking. The doll is just trying to kill you.
This is a sanity roll, right?
Yeah, make a sanity roll.
You're assuming I'm a sane person. Yes.
Okay. You're not gonna.
Fine, I'll shoot it in the head.
Well, you're grappling with it like with both hands now,
I
so
just made the decision mentally.
make a strength roll.
Oh, God. No. Really, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is Chester still on the phone?
Yeah, he's like, he
but
just
no.
hears you screaming and like struggling with the doll is all he hears.
And I tell those two.
Chester!
You
Chester,
take 3
it's
points of
trying to
damage.
kill
It's
me!
like gouges you in the leg with the
Chester,
knife.
please hurry!
So,
Chester.
Quick, out to my car.
All right, we all get in.
We should go.
Wait, I bring a gun.
make a dex roll. Okay, you're able to get back a bit and you pull out your gun so you can try to shoot it if you want.
I would like to shoot.
Go ahead,
it.
roll to hit.
Stuffing.
Yeah. Just really sad about it. Yes. I really make it.
Great. Roll for damage. It's a die 10.
No, that's just a 5.
All right. Its little head explodes.
Oh, I'm so sad.
The ceramic head.
Its little ceramic head explodes and it like kind of moves a bit and then it just falls down. Poof. And you hear a.
Do I see anything?
No, kind of the like particles of the dust from it, like the clay kind of float around a bit and then like they fall on the ground.
I'm going to tie the other doll up to a chair, and then I'm going to call Carl Stanford.
Okay. Carl Stanford is currently not available,
He should become available.
but he's not.
Okay, so am I leaving a message with someone?
Yeah, you could probably leave a message at the Hermetic Order of the Silver Twilight. Someone there will take your message for him. What do you want to say?
Obviously leave my name, tell him it's terribly important, and that I have one of the dolls with me.
Okay. That's it?
That he tried to kill you?
I'm not going to leave that message for the secretary. She'll think I'm a crazy person. Just, yes, I have one of the dolls with me.
You're in danger.
I'm not anymore. And he will definitely want to meet her.
All right.
Anyway, so, but yes, I
Are
tie.
we at her house?
I tie.
Yeah, you arrive.
Okay, ding dong. Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, I tie the other doll up.
You tied it to a chair. Yeah, you told me.
Yes. Yes. Now you stay here, little troublemaker. And then I go to the door. Oh, hello!
We're here to save you.
How's your leg? Oh, wait. Oh, how's your what? What happened to your
what
leg?
happened?
Oh!
Tell
Oh,
us the
that's a
story.
good-
Tell us all of
Good
it.
point.
Ouch.
Yes, why don't we come inside? I'm going to pour some medicine on my leg and then into my mouth.
Let me have a
Wanna
look at
give her
that.
first aid.
Let me have a look at that.
Please do.
Oh, I don't know how to deal with that kind of wound.
I'll do it.
But you're a
Yeah,
doctor
2
of the
people can
body,
try.
eh?
2 people can try.
No.
Wow.
That's a nasty gash. I think you should get to a hospital.
Did any of you like roll really badly or
96.
Oh, you made it
What's
worse.
your first aid skill?
Don't touch me!
Where'd it go? I just was looking at it. 60.
Jiminy crickets. I mean,
Um,
holy moly.
Jeepers creepers.
Holy moly on a blooming bicycle.
all right. You don't do any extra damage, but yeah.
First, do no harm. It's my oath.
Whatsy
I'm going to call a doctor. Chester, can you call someone, please?
Of course.
I have to tell a story.
I mean, you can also make a medicine roll, but that takes longer.
I got medicine too. Oh, but you want to do it?
Only
Yeah,
one person can make a medicine roll.
Or I'll push my first aid or something.
Please do,
Push
Jim.
try it
First
again.
aid.
No? Okay, I'll do a medicine roll then. It'll take longer. But
Do it on the table. It rolls better. That's not.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I
Well,
really can't fix that wound.
You're a really great doctor.
yeah.
I generally specialized in the brain and psychology.
If
So
only
your
she'd been
sister brain.
stabbed in the brain.
If only she had, I could deal with that.
No,
All right.
no,
Continuing to our scene. Yes.
So we're going to call a fancy doctor that knows what he's doing. That would be lovely. Thank you. I shall put pressure on the wound and tell my story. So I came home to see if the outfit for little Nolan had been finished. It had been, which is lovely. But my helper Eliza, she apparently the doll. She saw it running away. It laughed and then ran away from her. She was very upset, and so I let her go. And then I got my pistol and went to the sewing room to get the outfit for little Nolan. And the doll came at me with a knife, and I had to shoot it in the head.
What happened after you shot it?
Oh, Yes, so its head exploded, and then I heard this. As though the soul escaped.
We have to kill all these dolls.
I mean, I guess.
Let's start with this one in the chair.
What's interesting is that it's obviously selective about who it's trying to kill, because it didn't try to kill your servant.
No. It's
Make
clearly
make an intelligence roll.
it's clearly a revenge doll.
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Should I? Any one of us?
Would you also like to fail at a roll?
Can I try an intelligence?
Nah, that's based on what he was saying.
I'm gonna go look at the doll. Is the doll looking at me?
It's gonna. Oh, the other doll.
It seems to be just a regular doll, although creepy. Creepy.
Do not kill this doll.
Pring, 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 pring.
Is that the phone?
Yeah. Pring, pring.
Isn't this your house?
Pring,
I don't usually answer the phone.
pring.
Hello?
Hello. This is Carl Stanley.
Oh, yes, hello.
So, you had an incident?
Yes, a doll stabbed me. And I have another one here. The one that stabbed me, I had to shoot in the head because it was stabbing me, which I feel is fair. But I have another one here. I think I'm doing this wrong. There we go. I have another one here. It's tied up.
Well, do you want to bring it down to...
No, I think you should come here. I feel like if I try to move it, it'll just try to kill us. Or run away.
They're very strong.
All right.
It's terribly strong.
What do we do
Strong.
about the other dolls? The other few dozen dolls in that house.
Oh, that's true. There were so many dolls in that house.
Yeah,
This
get rid of
town
them.
will be
How many
covered.
days have passed
One.
since we went to the house?
One day, you went to the house yesterday.
And we're expecting the sister of the upstairs neighbor to be here in 2 days?
Yeah.
And if that sister was involved in a bad way in the past,
Could be dangerous.
she's
You
in
should
danger.
get here right away, Mr. Stanford. Professor Stanford, do you have a title?
Just Mr. Stanford.
Mr. Stanford. You should get here right away. This is very distressing.
All right.
Do I know if this guy is single?
Carl Stanford? Yeah, supposedly. He's very handsome.
You should get here right away, Mr. Stanford.
All right. Anything else you want to do before you're just going to wait for Carl Stanford to show up?
I think we should warn the upstairs neighbor.
I should get over there and see if Detective Stuckey. Oh, you're not here. Can
That's
I
right,
think
you're all
Detective
having a
Dolls.
rendezvous.
Detective Stuckey is currently preoccupied. I'm
quarantine those dolls?
You should call Lily's house to reach Detective Stuckey.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
May I use your phone?
Yes, of course.
of course. Let's give Lily Ridge a call. I talked to the switchboard operator.
All right. Ringing you through. That's how all operators
operators
sound,
sound,
right? It's a standard voice. So yeah. Hello. Hello.
Ah, detective. We've had another incident, a life-threatening one again. I'm now at Professor Davenport's house. Are you currently busy? Would you like to join us here? We've wounds and dead dolls to show you.
I actually can't, but I'll send Lily over when I see her.
Oh, she's not at home.
I'll pass the message on to her when I see her.
Perhaps you would like to talk to Detective Stuckey?
Hi, Stuckey.
Hello.
I need to speak to Lily. Now.
Oh yeah, she's here. Hold on.
Hello?
He is a terrible liar. That's a good thing.
Okay, what do you... Huh?
Listen. You and Stuckey should come here right now.
He can't.
Why?
I don't know. He just said he can't.
What if you... What?
What do you
Lives are in danger.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see what I can do. But I
Is
don't have
he
any
incapacitated?
phone. Not a... No.
I shout, can he walk?
He's just fixing the pipes.
Right now?
All right, we'll be over. Bye.
Yeah, no, Stuckey can't come.
Why?
Well, he has to be up really early in the morning. Also, he's afraid of dolls.
He's all tied up at the moment.
Well, he should send a police cruiser over to the house.
We have to quarantine those dolls.
Yes,
we have to
yes.
protect the neighbor.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock.
Has the doctor come yet?
Doctor.
He called a doctor.
It's probably Carl.
I mean, yeah, the doctor showed up, but, someone already made a medicine roll, so they can't do it. It's not going to make a difference.
So if one doctor sucks and you hire another one, it doesn't matter?
No. Not for this, yeah.
Right. Anyway.
It's an abstraction.
Fine.
Is someone going to get that?
I will answer the door.
Thank you.
Hello.
Davenport, wasn't it?
Hello.
Davenport?
I'm
Stanford.
Carl Stanford.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
Davenport.
Carl,
I'm
yes.
Davenport, yes.
Carl, yes, Mr. Stanford. Pleased to meet you. Come in.
Nice to meet you. Your name?
My name is Dr. Gort.
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 Ah, Mr. Stanford.
Oh,
Yes.
Chester.
Yes, I mean to take a look at the library again. With the goings on of late.
Yes.
Carl, darling, I don't have a book for you yet, but I do have a possessed doll, which I think is just fantastic.
Have we met?
Are you in the auxiliary?
Yes.
Yes, I believe we have.
I thought I would remember.
I'm happy to have you as a member of our order.
I'm delighted to be a member.
Well, this is all rather
Well, perhaps we should
But-
go upstairs right now, Mr. Stanford.
Is the doll
Upstairs.
upstairs? Isn't it right here?
Oh, whatever. I'll just show you the door right now, Mr. Stanford.
Are you feeling all right, Chester?
Yes, of course.
Do I arrive? Or is that still...
Yeah, you show up.
What percentage is his
What percentage is his handsomeness?
his APP?
It's like a lot.
It's
It's like
like-
90%.
Oh, damn.
100. He's like a 10
Yeah.
out of a 10. Stucky's pretty attractive.
Oh yeah.
I met his great-great-grandmother.
All right, so you're saying this woman, this elderly woman, passed away, and then these dolls have been manifesting movements, and
Yes, but
she's been possessing them from.
yes, but I believe they were possessed, or she had been able to possess them before, because the elderly woman had an affair, it went wrong, etc., etc., and the gentleman and the other wife, the one that he left her for, were both killed in an accident, and it looks as though the accident was caused by a 10-year-old girl that matches the description of that doll.
When did that happen?
When did that happen?
18 years ago?
1891
1891.
in August.
Well,
And another incident happened just today.
Just today.
Where a child was killed, and it happened to be the same child that was taunting the now deceased woman the day before. And now she stabbed
And
me.
you were attacked by one just now.
Yes, yes.
as I said, manifesting this sort of thing is very advanced. And I don't think you would be able to do it without some sort of physical focus or help from an entity. So there must be another piece to the puzzle you're missing. I don't think it
What
would.
sort of entity? Like a person or something darker?
Not a person. Not something darker necessarily, but something more real and honest than we are. Something that's been around longer. Something powerful. But there's a piece missing because just an old woman by herself wouldn't be able to do this. She must have had help from something or someone.
Have we met?
I don't think so.
Perhaps we need to speak to...
Oh, yes, Carl, sorry, this is Lily Lillibridge.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Carl Stanford.
Carl Stanford. I just like saying your name.
Nice to meet you.
But that will be all, Mr. Stanford.
Actually,
Well,
I did have a question.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I think Carl should stay as long as he wants.
Yes.
Yes.
I unfortunately can't stay long, and I also.
Well, that's a
don't-
shame.
I
Would you
don't.
like a
He
beverage,
kind of
Carl?
like motions to the three of you. He's like, I don't feel entirely comfortable speaking about the secrets that we keep outside of the order. So
Oh, I see.
What are you guys talking about?
Well, I can speak for Lily. She's entirely trustworthy and has been very helpful in recent.
well, perhaps
She herself had a very dark run. recently. This gentleman, I don't know him.
As I said, unless they are willing to join the order and they are of the proper caliber for the members that we seek, then I prefer not to speak openly in front of them.
Would you be willing to join the order?
What's the order?
This is a longer conversation.
Yes.
If you need any other assistance, let me know, although I prefer...
If they
During
left, would
the
you
day.
stay and talk?
We could make you tea.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Stanford is a busy man. He's got other business to attend to, I'm sure.
Yes, I am very busy.
He's terribly busy and terribly
Isn't that a
important,
shame?
but we have a possessed doll. It's, I feel like that trumps some things at least.
We should look for the other dolls.
We should look for this other missing piece.
Yes, I had
wanna
a
go back to
question.
She
her
makes
house.
these dolls herself.
Yes, we believe so.
That's another piece of the puzzle. You see, she's probably given them part of her essence.
How would one do that?
Well, I mean,
Through a kiln? Through a...
creating something yourself gives you a connection to it. It's like giving birth in a way. Artistic creations can do these sorts of things.
Oh.
She may have put some of her hair into it, like some of the golems from the legends.
If she
Would
made
that
it
be it?
herself, she literally put her blood, sweat, and tears into it. Which
Oh,
is
I see. So
as,
it's-
as
okay.
much as you would need.
Stephanus, did you have a question?
I did. I keep forgetting to ask.
How charming.
Yes.
What is happening
is wrong with the
exactly,
woman?
Chester? What's going on?
Oh, doctor, what is it? Perhaps you should examine them psychologically afterwards. Yes.
But unfortunately, I must go. I am in the middle of a...
Well, isn't that too bad? Here's
Some
the
work.
door. Here's the door.
Stuart,
Mr.
no,
Stanford.
I
It's very silly and it's probably nothing, but we did speak to Hilda's neighbour who mentioned that she had a sister. I don't know if you are familiar with the Hathaways and if they are known to you, or if that could be a lead towards a missing piece, or if that's somewhere that...
I'm afraid they're not known to me. The name Richard Russell is, because he's well known as a wizard.
Yes.
Do you know if Richard Russell had any specific connections to entities that could have helped Hilda create something like this?
Some said that Russell and his associate, Sermon Bishop, they
Yes, he was the gentleman we...
had contact with an entity that
Mm-hmm.
lived underground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this, what was her name, Hilda,
Hilda,
would have had any access to an entity like that. I honestly don't know where she has found the power to manifest this sort of ability, but there must be a missing piece.
We have to go back to her house.
Yes.
Where all the dolls are.
What should we do with this doll?
Let's burn it.
But wow, but that's it's. Have you ever smelled burning? Like
Shoot it in the head then. Or just break
Or
it
just
with
what do
a
you
the
think,
head
shovel.
off.
Carl?
I think, did you say that she made many of these dolls?
No,
Yeah.
yes, she had an entire apartment filled.
And she'd been doing this for many years.
Apparently there's dolls all over the place. Antique shops.
I don't think destroying the dolls is going to be a resolution then, because
We
Because
need
they're
to find the
everywhere.
thing that she
They're all
made.
loose. All the dolls are loose.
What if we destroy the kiln?
That may not be the source of the power.
I don't think it is.
We need to go back and look at the house.
Or look at Sermon Bishop's house and Richard Russell's house.
Where are their houses? They died.
No,
We-
long ago.
I believe the entrance was the one that you folks went down, that Gordon went down.
Yeah.
And
got
the
caved in.
Main Street house at the other end of the tunnel
Where
would
the
have
people
been
live in now.
Russell's house.
Those people. I went there. Really nice.
Another element is she probably would need some sort of strong emotional impetus to be able to manifest this sort of thing.
Love forlorn.
Yes, she was broken-hearted.
There might be information there that you haven't found yet.
Oh, we should talk to the sister.
Yeah, I did send a message to them if they would like to, if they're available to meet in the morning. Whoever's living in here from that family, from the
Mildred and
the
Margaret.
Beckford family.
Oh.
Carl,
Elihu.
do you feel there's any way to communicate with the dolls to stop them from the murderous rampage? Or do you feel it's rather like they've been given a mission and are sort of like single focused?
Can they be reasoned with?
In general, I find that things like this cannot be reasoned with. A vengeful spirit can only be laid to rest on its own terms, not yours.
Well, alright. We should probably kill the doll then. Unless you want it.
I have my own issues to deal with.
Oh,
I thought that sentence was going to end a different way.
I was going to say you have your own doll.
Mm-hmm.
yes. Carl, before you leave, if you ever need any undertaking services, you can find me at Elazar's funeral home.
Oh yes, Lily is an undertaker. She's also in a very committed relationship.
Yes.
Is with
Should
that
be noted.
nurse-
Should be noted.
No, no.
She's betrothed.
Estelle
No.
Phyllis is married, so...
Well,
Yes, to me,
I
Mr.
am,
Stanford,
I'm
to me.
not in a relationship.
Well,
I am very, very.
I'm
not-
married to my work, so
I understand
yes.
your need to leave right now, Mr. Stanford.
I do.
Show the door.
Thank you
It's been
for trusting me, and I hope that you
Thank you
resolve
for
this
trusting
issue. Good day.
What are you doing?
You're engaged.
I'm not engaged. I don't know where you're getting all this information from. We're merely friends.
I thought your plans were solidified, and that's what you had to go do.
We're merely friends. We talk.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not want something more from Detective Stucky?
I do, but he hasn't.
You know, it's the 20s. You can just say things.
No,
You can tell him how you feel.
He probably doesn't feel the same way.
He does.
He does. He spends an awful lot of
Perhaps
time
you should
doing
write a letter to Dorothy Parker, lady in New York. Maybe she might have some handful advice for you.
Everybody make a spot hidden roll.
Oh no, we're going to notice that the doll is no longer in a chair or something.
Nope. Yep. Nope.
Did you make it?
Nope.
Oh.
You made it?
No.
No one made it?
Too busy being distracted by the handsome man I see.
I was close.
Okay. You smell gas.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry.
Where's
Wrong
the
kind
doll?
of gas, wrong kind of
The
gas.
doll's still in the chair.
There are other dolls.
There are other dolls here. We should
Quick to the
go-
kitchen.
No, we should just
Open
leave.
all of the windows, please.
All right,
Open
yes,
all
open
of
the windows. All right,
should-
open the
we
windows.
should get out.
Yes.
You're opening the windows? What are
Yes.
you doing?
We should get out.
You're saying we should get out? What are you doing?
I'm going to leave it open a window on my way, and I'm grabbing my father's journal from the front case as I go.
All right, what are you doing?
I opened the windows on the way out.
Okay.
I open a window and leave.
What?
I'm exiting.
You're just exiting. You said you were opening a window. You didn't say you were leaving.
Well, as soon as she's saying let's get out, I'm going to open it. All right, fine, let's go.
I'm opening
All right,
windows.
I'm just opening a window then, fine.
And you were saying we should leave. You two make luck rolls.
Me?
No, just those two.
This guy has no luck.
This guy is,
You're gonna take die 6 of fire damage as the house bursts into flames.
4. Ouch. Presumably being blown out the window.
Not that bad. I think like fire, because mostly it's from the kitchen area, so fire comes out and kind of knocks you down.
It's a good thing we didn't go into the kitchen.
Yeah. Didn't you want to run into the kitchen?
Like to get some tea.
And you come running out and you're partially on fire, and then like they have to kind of roll you around, and your house is burning.
what is
Low on a person.
Oh my
The
gosh.
fire
Oh
department
my
is on the way.
goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
You see, as you look up in one of the upper windows, you see a doll looking down. Its hair burned off,
Oh my
just a freaking face, and it's like you can see it smiling and like looking down from you like a skull, and then it just kind of steps back from the window.
Do we all see it?
Yeah, you all see it.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Do you think this is because I threatened to burn it?
Yeah.
Seems like a good call.
Did I? Oh.
The fire department arrives. They're putting out your house. Make a luck roll.
Yes.
All right. Well, the damage is bad, but they were able to save some of the house. You can't stay here though for a while.
I'm so
There's
sorry.
a room at my house, of course.
Do you think the doll's dead now?
Mm-mm.
Is there traces? I mean, is there the traces of that doll upstairs?
You gonna go look around?
Ask the fireman.
Sure. Well, no. I mean, this is like late at night now, right?
Yeah.
Probably at my house, probably, right?
We should go check out go look at the apartment. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but what
Yes.
time is it at night? Should we?
It's the best time. It's late.
Yeah, it's probably like midnight by the time everything gets
let's
put
go in
out
the
and
morning.
stuff.
Let's go right first thing in the morning.
And if they.
Oh, do you think we're just safe sleeping somewhere? If we were asleep, we would be dead now.
We'll do watches.
Perhaps your not boyfriend could.
He's working.
That's fine. I'm not saying he, but perhaps he could have someone watch over our house because
Maybe.
we're clearly being targeted.
But he's not my.
I just called him your not boyfriend.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call the police department.
Are you making fun of my OCD right now?
No, I'm just admiring
It's-
it. You
very
sorted the M&Ms into a nice color spectrum.
Yes, and I can't eat anymore because
Yeah.
they're in a pattern now. It's very upsetting.
We can eat two at a time.
No, because
This is.
Oh.
that's not. Anyway,
Great. So, so you're staying at your house?
Sure. I mean, where else?
Okay, you can get to the police to watch, and you can also kind of set up a watch and just be careful. You know to keep an eye on if there's a smell of gas. So who has the lowest luck?
I think it's
Not
Jill.
me.
Yeah.
No, that was Nolan had the lowest.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have 36.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
it's very
dear.
low.
All right, nothing happens during the night, so it's the morning now.
All right.
Yeah.
If my message got through, if they're willing to interview the Beckford family, whoever is living in Arkham, descended from that guy.
Oh, okay. So currently, all of the kids are abroad. No one is in Arkham right now of the children. So no one of the family is currently available to be interviewed. Unfortunately,
Right.
But let's go see what's her face.
they're all on cruises and stuff around the world.
Meow.
I want to.
Are you mocking me?
Can we ask
No.
Detective Stuckey for access to the apartment?
Why?
We think there might be something that's tying the dolls to that place or to her and causing the violent behavior. And
All
we
right.
just
Here's the thing. I would just go and look around. If you get into trouble, I'll sort it out. It's not locked, so it's not like it's a crime scene or anything. She wasn't murdered.
Yes,
Just
God.
go-
We don't ask permission. We ask forgiveness.
Yeah, just go in there and look around.
I'm new to this group. I do things by the book generally.
Oh, yes. You've been so helpful with that.
I mean,
All right. Well,
Since it's the next day,
I'm going to
can
drive
I
to the house
have a doctor look at my leg now? Or is
very,
that
very
just-
slowly.
That's not.
I'm
yeah.
just broken.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You'll have to heal normally over time.
That's fine.
You have a nice battle scar
As you're driving
inside and out.
to the, I guess you're like a little
Packaways?
convoy now because there's two cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as you're driving over there,
If a child runs out in front of me, I am not stopping.
Just make sure it's a blonde girl as opposed to like an actual child.
Oh, fair enough.
as you turn a corner, you see a child falling out of a third floor window.
Holy.
No!
She's screaming, and then when she hits the ground, psh, her head shatters.
Whoa! It was a doll. Oh my gosh.
As
Oh.
you look up, you see a little girl who is actually screaming. She's crying because her doll fell out the window.
Oh god. Okay. Wait. When the doll was screaming.
The doll was screaming as it fell. Or maybe you just imagined it because the little girl was screaming.
Little girl, what happened?
My dolly fell out the window.
Where'd you get your dolly from?
I've always had it.
From
From her parents, undoubtedly.
Does your dolly talk to you?
Oh, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Mommy.
No.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
look
to
at this
see.
doll. Is it one of her dolls?
Yeah.
I'm going to see Margaret. I'm going.
I'm also going to look at the doll and see if there's anything on it, I don't know, some sort of markings or something.
You're gonna check the what?
I'm checking the doll to see if there's markings or inscriptions. We are both checking it, the doctor and myself.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. Not like any unusual inscriptions or insignias or like, nothing. It's just like, yeah. It's handmade, but it's, there isn't like a mark, even like a branding mark of like, this is who made this. I mean, these dolls apparently are so distinctive that when they were popular, people knew who made them.
Oh my gosh.
They're handmade.
I'm going to see Margaret.
Okay. Anyone else going to see Margaret?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yes.
Then go see Margaret. I'm going to look around the apartment again. Look in the basement. Look around the back. Just to see what I can find.
So is Margaret in town now?
Yes, I believe it's been 2 days.
She should be there. So you're gonna look around in the apartment by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go
and
with
in the
you. You
basement.
shouldn't go alone.
Okay, fine.
You'll get stabbed in the
There's-
leg.
If there's a basement, if there's a back
I'll look with him.
There isn't a
garage
basement.
or anything.
Yeah, there's no basement.
I'll look with it with Dr.
Oh.
Howard.
Okay, then I'll go with the ladies then. If that's you gentlemen.
All right. We'll do. You're going with the ladies too.
Yes.
She is a lady.
I'm a lady.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're a lady too.
Oh yeah, I'm a lady.
I can tell.
I'm a lady. Look at me.
I can tell.
The
Get the
door opens as
pearls.
they're talking like that.
Yes.
I'm a lady. All ladies talk like this.
Yeah, this is my
All
lady
men
voice.
talk like this. I'm
No,
from
the ladies walk
Oxford.
like this.
And we walk like this too. Ladies, let's all walk there. Okay.
There they go.
Oh, there they go.
There we are.
All the men walk like this.
Like I pause for a moment and it just descends immediately into total chaotic.
We're just trying to
silliness.
fill the time.
No, it's great.
Last
It's great.
time you paused, we did the Charleston.
I know. I'm well
You
aware.
should never pause.
Does that happen? Does that happen in other streams? If the DM pauses, people just start like doing stuff.
I think so.
That's why you
Other
love
streams
us.
don't exist. There's only us.
That's true.
Actually, all the other streams are us.
Okay, so Margaret's there. Oh, hello. Oh, cakes for you. Would you like some?
Yes. Oh, lovely.
Hello.
I like
I'm Margaret.
more
I have a
tea.
slightly deeper voice. Hello.
Hello.
Is there any tea?
Yes, of course.
Oh, lovely. Please get
Yes,
some
right.
tea.
Not yet.
Great. So they give you some more tea and cakes, and
And that's it. That's the
Yeah,
reason we
that's
came.
it.
So, my sister said you were interested in Hilda. So sad she passed.
Huh?
So sad.
Oh.
But
Did you hear something from downstairs?
No, I don't think so.
yes, thank you so much for seeing us. I imagine. Well, we were told that you had been very close to Hilda, particularly at the time when she tragically had her heart broken.
Yes, it was a very tragic story. After that, she did nothing but make those dolls. She just poured her heart and soul into those. That's all she had.
Did she make the dolls before?
She did, yes. She learned from her mother, Elizabeth Russell. Yes.
So her mother also made dolls?
Yes. That is true, yes.
Did you know of...
It was a family business.
Can you please just tell us all you know about Hilda? It's very important.
Well, I know that her and Clyde were very much in love. They did truly love each other. And they even made a vow. They went up to, there's that place, Split Rock. Have you heard of it? You make knowledge rolls. Yeah.
Split rock.
What is knowledge?
So it's okay.
Very-
Education. It's
Oh,
education.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm not very educated.
I missed it by 2.
Oh, Helen.
Oh,
You
I,
made it.
I won.
You've heard of Split Rock. Split Rock is a local landmark to the north of Arkham. It is it's basically like a large egg-shaped granite rock on the northwestern slope of Meadow Hill. And it looks like it's cracked down the center like it's been split. And there's like this kind of creepy tree that grows out from between the two houses.
Sounds just like Plymouth Rock almost.
Yeah, and there are like local legends about it as well.
Oh.
Some people say that it can cure warts, or that it can
Cause warts.
that it can cause warts, that it can move warts around on your body.
All word related.
No, it's said that if you make a wish there, that it will come true. That's kind of a local legend. And like the native peoples as well have superstitions about Split Rock. So these things go back before anybody was here, any settlers were here. So.
So why were you saying they made a promise on Split Rock?
Yes, they made a vow to each other that they would always be together, and she trusted him. He said that when his father died, that they could be together, and it just was not to be. He married. What was her name? Maria? Was that it?
Sonia.
Sonia, yes, Sonia. He married Sonia.
Merritt.
Yes, Sonia Merritt, that's right. She was a lovely girl. She was so sweet. But they got married, and they had 3 children. And every one of those children broke Hilda's heart a little bit more, took her a little deeper.
As soon as they came out of the womb.
When she heard about them, yes. And Clyde's father, although he was quite old, he was healthy, and he never passed away until they'd been together quite a few years. And then when he did pass away, Clyde broke his promise to Hilda and stayed with his wife.
Did he love his wife?
I think he did. It was a tragic story. And then, of course, they both died in that carriage accident.
I'm worried that his children are in danger.
Did you remain friendly with Hilda?
Yes, we've always been friendly with Hilda. I've known her since I was a girl. We do things for her. We do errands sometimes. She was. I keep forgetting she's gone now.
Did she ever talk to you about wanting to be one of her dolls? She looks like the dolls. Have you noticed that?
I don't want to say anything bad about Hilda, but as she got older, she had problems seeing things as they are. She was a bit touched in the head,
Wow. How would she see things that were not as they are?
Well, she talked to her dolls all the time. They were all she cared about. They were her family.
Did they talk back?
No,
I mean, maybe
so.
she made them talk back. But...
I can't speculate on that.
Of course.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
All she cared about was the dolls. Did she ever seek any sort of, religious comfort or anything? I know sometimes when women are, become spinsters, they often...
Unfortunately, I wish she had. I believe if she had gone to church or sought some sort of spiritual reconciliation, it might have helped her with those sorts of pains. But I think she became quite bitter after what happened, and she stopped going to church.
I had a question, but I forgot it.
Have some more cake.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that will help. Yes.
Oh, I remember. See, it did help.
Cake solves everything.
Yes. Do you happen to know, or have you seen a diary from one of her ancestors? If she had it around, or if she told you about it?
Oh, we do have some papers in storage from, yes, for her, that were from her, yes.
Do you mind if we take a look?
Yes, you can look through them, of course, yeah.
Are they in your apartment? Or?
I have to look around and see what I can find, unfortunately. I'm not sure, here somewhere. It is kind of like a bit cluttered in here, so, but yes, we did have some of her things stored here for her, yes.
I can help you.
Yes, we
Look
can
if
help
you'd
you.
like.
Oh, all right.
We'll clean and put everything away while we're at it.
Spend the afternoon cleaning,
That's
looking
what
for
women
ancient
do.
diaries.
All right, so you're doing that, and meanwhile,
don't
these two
stay.
guys are looking around in this
That's
spooky
quite right.
apartment.
The dolls are still there.
Should we roll
Yeah.
for cleaning?
Yeah, look at your sheets and tell me what you think you want to roll, and I'll get back to you. Don't tell me yet, though. Just take a look.
So she's got all the dolls around the house, and there's the kiln in the next room, which is off now.
I start making a tally of all the dolls. I mean, as we're looking.
Well, I mean, there's also just a lot of like doll pieces in here. Like it's like cordwood of like little like dead kid bodies. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's really disturbing.
Okay.
Little blue eyes staring at you from everywhere in the shelves. Like,
Okay.
this whole place is super creepy.
Okay.
And there's like little, once again, little footprints on the floor. Now there's more of them kind of
More of the
crisscrossing all over the
footprints.
place. See if either of you can make an intelligence roll, like a halved intelligence roll.
I have?
Yeah.
Yep. Did it.
Nope, not quite.
Yeah, you think there's like less dolls in here than there was before.
Yep.
That
I
seems
figured.
likely.
Yep.
One of them is burning in my upstairs window.
Yes,
I-
there's less
I
dolls
say,
in
like,
here, right?
Getting rid of the dolls isn't going to solve all our problems, but I would posit that getting rid of the ones remaining would at least
Well, how do you
reduce our
propose
problem.
we get rid of them?
I pick up a fire poker
And you
and I start smashing the heads.
Okay.
And when the other dolls stand up to stop you.
Both of you make a difficult listen roll. Like a half listen roll.
Nope. 2. You're busy. He's busy making noise.
Nope.
Yeah, he's busy making noise. So, there is like, basically like what happens is one of these bags of clay powder has been thrown and it goes poof, and there's dust everywhere. You can't see anything. Like, it's like a smoke cloud basically in the middle of the room, and you hear and something is running around between your legs. Who has a lower luck?
I have 50.
You have what? 50?
50.
What do you have?
70.
Okay. You can't say anything because what's happening is the hands are closing around your throat. You're being strangled. So you don't know what's going on. You don't hear anything, but yeah, you're being strangled currently.
Okay.
What's your strength?
25.
Oh no!
Oh, he did.
Oh, just
Make a strength roll.
This is a crate. Nope. This is interesting.
All right.
Do we hear
You
any
are
of this
take-
while we're upstairs?
You don't know.
I
Yeah, you take 2 points of damage from strangulation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. You can't.
I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on, but I know I can't see. Can I remember where the window was when this bag came down?
Make a halved intelligence roll.
It'd be cool if he dies. Like, he made it this far.
42. Can I spend 2 luck?
Sure.
So yes, I just made it.
Okay, so you find the window and you're able to kind of like jam it and get it open.
Just get it open and start.
Yeah, and this is
waving
it's
my
helping.
jacket
It's helping.
to get it
Make
out.
another strength roll.
No.
All right. You're gonna take 3 points of damage from you're suffocating, like your eyes are bulging out of their sockets. You can't breathe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to get clear. Make a spot hidden roll. I made a roll. I made a roll today. You can barely make out through this misty, like this dust. It's also kind of choking you. It's just like getting in your eyes. It's in your nose. You can make out through the dust. You can see Chester, and this thing is like behind him, and it's got its arms wrapped around him, and it's like squeezing. And you can see him like he's definitely struggling. And you realize, he hasn't made any sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do?
I'm coming over with that poker and going to just put it through that thing's head, like try to stab it through.
All right, make a brawl roll.
I'm sorry, Chester, if I hit you.
Oh my gosh.
81.
What's your brawl?
25.
Okay.
Oh God.
All right. Well, it's not enough to hit him, but yeah, he's not. You missed the doll. Like he's flailing around, and the doll's also moving around, so you can't quite get a good hit it in the head. Make a strength roll.
Nope.
You're gonna take 2 more points of damage. What do you do?
Okay, just put the poker between around the doll's neck and pull it back off.
Make a strength roll.
See if I can pull it off. 99. Fuck.
Jiminy cricket.
He puts it around my neck.
mean-
He puts it around my neck. He puts it around my neck.
Meanwhile, upstairs. So, but to be fair, they shattered plaster, and now they're fighting with the doll downstairs.
Like the plaster was literally like it was like this. Like that's the sound. It made.
No, he shattered porcelain heads.
Yeah, it's like like
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Did you hear how loud you were calculating?
Okay, so wait, 99, 96.
yeah,
it was
90, you rolled a 99, which is a critical fail. Well, what's your strength?
40.
Yeah, that's a critical fail.
That's pretty critical.
So yeah, you slip and fall, and you like you're gonna lose a round of doing stuff. So make a strength roll. Oh.
No.
You take 2 points of damage.
So
This is be cool.
All right, make another strength roll because he's trying to get up. He slipped and fell in the dust.
No, 63.
You take another point of damage.
Yell for help.
All right, now you can do something.
Can I try and hit him again while yelling for help?
Yeah, sure, you can yell for help.
Help! Somebody help!
Yeah, is there another skill besides brawl that, like, do you have, like, a gun or something? Or...
I do not have a gun. No.
All right,
I know.
yeah, go ahead, make a brawl roll.
gonna
I
meet
could try and talk Latin to it. I don't think that's going to help. Tell it about library use. 37. No, not quite. No.
All right, make a strength roll.
Oh, 11.
All right.
Wow.
You pull it off and throw it to the ground, and it's like, ha!
I make my listen roll.
Yeah, you hear people. You hear, the doctor yelling from downstairs, and you hear coughing. Something's going on downstairs.
Something's going on downstairs.
Okay.
It's probably bad. I'm going to bring my pistol.
All right.
Come.
You'll show up in the next round. What do you do?
Now that it's off of Chester, I'm going to use all of my golf skills being a doctor and whack that head.
All right. It's still a brawl roll.
All right, fine. Nope.
All right. What are you doing?
Can I bolt for the door?
Yeah, sure. You yeah. So he runs out the door, and it's like, it leaps on you.
Oh, goodness.
And it grabs you. It's got you around the neck. All right, you come bursting in as he comes running out. He's covered in powder. He's like, ah, and he looks like shit. Like probably like a trickle of blood coming out of his mouth. Like, yeah.
Chester, what happened? Shoot!
You gonna shoot it? All right, make a roll.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hit Dr. Dork or whatever.
No,
his
I'm
name
not,
is.
because I made it.
All right, roll a die 10.
Right.
One.
All right, so you knock off part of its head, like and it's like now it's got this weird like groove in the top of its head. Make a strength roll.
98.
Holy Jesus.
All right,
Dr. Dork.
Lily, aren't you strong?
you
Die or not
I'm
my
not
friends.
strong.
pass
I'm
out.
strong.
I'm coming
At
down.
this point, the doctor passes out. You're also going to take 2 points of damage
Bounty hunter, bounty
from
hunter.
suffocation.
Estelphilis,
Yes, I'm here, and I have my
kill it.
my Enfield.
Kill it dead.
You have your what?
My Enfield.
Okay, you have a rifle with you?
Yeah.
You're going to have to go to your car to get the rifle. That's going to take you
But
another
your
round.
strength is very high.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't
okay.
Punch it.
So you okay? So were you going to get the rifle or no?
No,
Okay.
I don't think I have time.
Okay, so you're just going to run down and smack it in the head.
Can I biff it?
Yeah, you can try to biff it.
Okay.
Make are you trying to pull it off or are you trying to hit it?
What's he doing right now?
He's choking and he's passed out.
Okay.
The doll is physically choking him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull this doll off of
All right, make a strength roll.
him.
You got this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, you pulled it off and once again you're able to toss it to the side. It's like All right. What are you doing?
Shooting it in the head.
Roll.
No.
Well, wait. What'd you roll?
A 96.
What's your gun skill?
55.
All right, so that's not a critical failure, which is good because it would jam your gun.
Do I see all this?
You're just gonna you're outside choking. You're gonna take 3 more points of damage.
What? But it's not being choked anymore.
Oh, that's right. You're not being choked. I'm sorry. You're not taking any damage. Then instead, it's going to.
Oh,
you seem the most dangerous. It's gonna try to claw you.
That would be your
What's up
benefit.
with dolls trying to
Yeah, it's like
attack?
and you're like and you avoid it from clawing you.
Oh, wow.
All right. So what are you doing?
I think I need to restrain this doll. I want to try and
Grapple it.
and hold it down.
Make a brawl roll.
Or fighting?
Fighting, yeah. Fighting or brawl. Well, fighting is for, I think, with weapons.
Fighting brawl.
But it says brawl.
Oh, okay, then it's the same thing.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what you use. Yeah.
But wouldn't it be better if she made a strength roll?
No, it's not just a straight strength roll, though, because you have to, like, catch the thing.
It's not
What do you do? Are you going to shoot?
Yes.
Make a roll. Man, it's a bad shot. All right, the doll.
I'm just very upset.
The doll
'cause-
runs, jumps out the window.
Can I take her gun and shoot?
That's gone.
Mine's not very well balanced.
All right, the doll is gone.
Did you get it?
How are you doing there?
3 points.
Yeah, you've got like massive
Yeah.
bruises on your
Yeah.
neck. Your trachea is like recovering. It's almost collapsed.
Oh.
Like you are not doing well.
Are you...
You try to.
What happened?
Oh my gosh, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Did you do something to upset the
No!
dolls?
He did!
Yes. I'm going to continue to smash those bastard things.
There's so many of them. There's so many of them.
I'm just going to stand and watch.
Okay, that goes on for a while. Margaret shows up. She's like, I heard gunshots. What's happening down here?
Wow.
Well, now she sees them vandalizing her friend's dolls.
Yeah, she's a little bit concerned about that.
There was a break-in.
I never actually went down with them. I stayed upstairs with.
Right. With Mildred, because she's not going to come downstairs. Margaret can come downstairs, but Mildred doesn't do that.
Because I'm still looking for the.
Yeah. For the book. All right. Well, you do find a book that looks old. Looks like it's probably the right one. It's quite old, and it has, but it's in some sort of cipher or it's encrypted. There's a weird. You can't read it. You're not sure exactly, But it does have like alchemical symbols in it and stuff like that. So this is clearly probably what you're looking for. But yeah, you can't decipher it.
I'm gonna still take it.
Okay.
Do tell us about the book. Did you find the book?
Once we're all settled. Is everything settled here?
I think he's.
All right, Margaret's like, should I call the police? Should I send for the police? Our neighbor has a phone. Our neighbor has a phone. Is he okay? Is he all right?
No, there was a break-in and he was attacked, and I think he's having a mental reaction.
He's a brain doctor.
All right.
I think he's in shock.
So we'll probably have to wind down here pretty soon. Hopefully we can come back and end this adventure next year. I don't know. We'll go to unreliableimprov.com to find out when we will be back.
I would like to do something before we end.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a
Is
second.
it propose? No? Right.
Let's tie up any loose ends we need to tie up before we do that. What do we got? So, yeah.
I want to talk to Stucky.
All right. Hey.
You're at my apartment.
How'd I get here? You have magic powers. All right. He's at your apartment.
Thanks for you always coming over and looking at my pipes. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
well.
don't know they were so broken.
Yeah, well, now they're much better.
Yeah, so you probably won't come around anymore.
Nah, you got a lot of work that needs to be done around here. I come help with it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Is pipe's not a euphemism?
It's totally a euphemism.
I enjoy your company.
I enjoy your company. I think you're a real swell dame.
Thanks. I think you're very attractive. Can I?
What?
What?
Huh?
No, go ahead.
Nah, he kisses you.
Yay!
That's what everybody's waiting for.
I would like to call Carl Stanford.
How did I get here?
Am I at the hospital? Was I
Yeah, you're definitely at the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least I'm.
Oh yeah, did you want to give him like a first aid roll?
Let me.
No,
Let's
no,
see.
no, take me.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Where's my first aid? Where'd it go? I am having trouble. What's the matter with me? I helped you.
Yeah, one hit point back. You get a hit point back. Yeah, and you can check your first aid.
Finally.
Wow, all good
Miracles do happen.
Yeah, anything else?
Yes, I'd like to call Carl
Oh, you
Stanford.
want to call Carl
I
Stanford?
was being serious.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, Carl. We found the book. Lily found it, actually.
Oh, that's
So-
excellent news.
Yes, I think it would be, it goes to show that she's very useful and, should perhaps be allowed in the order. If you feel that that's...
I definitely think that could be arranged, yes.
Yes,
if you're willing to vouch for her.
Oh, yes, obviously, and she
We
was-
generally take those from the upper echelons of society, you understand?
Yes, no, of course, I entirely understand.
High credit rating, hint.
Dr. Frank Gort might be an excellent candidate.
Oh, we've checked into him. He's definitely an excellent candidate.
I have a
I don't know,
terrible...
he's terrible at everything he says he's good at.
Yeah.
But is he good at writing checks?
I don't know, I haven't asked. But,
My credit rating's terrible.
no, she is definitely not the upper echelon, not quite as educated as some of us, but she's very useful. She's very accustomed to seeing dead bodies and odd things, and she was the one that found the book. So,
Well, I think we could definitely find a use for her. I shall make sure that the two of them are entered into our roles.
I don't really care about Dr. Gott, but that's fine. If you feel like that's appropriate, I would not.
Would you be willing to
Presume.
pay Lily's dues? Because
No, how
I
much
doubt
are they?
she could afford the
How
fees.
much are the dues?
I forget how much I said it was.
It's 1,000 a year.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
that was
1,000
for
a year.
the funeral.
No. I think for the dues was like 1,000 euros. It's not cheap, but it's like a fancy club for rich people. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
In 1920s money, it's a lot of money.
Yes,
So-
of course.
I
That's fine.
paid for her. Yeah, when I sent.
Yeah.
No one told me about that.
That's because you were
Yeah.
covered by your husband, darling.
A
Else
large-
was I.
A large portion of like what the club does is sit around and eat
Yes,
and
thank
drink
you.
like really good food and drink really good booze. So
Yes, I can cover her, of course.
then
And she can, make it up by being useful.
I think we shall move forward with that plan.
Perfection. Perhaps we can discuss it over drinks one day.
Of course.
Oh,
I can have
yes.
drinks anytime.
You're married! You're married!
Have you seen my dilapidated husband?
No, that's actually a good point. You should come to the club with me.
Oh.
Find you a less
The mark of
dilapidated
quatula
man.
to us. Great. Yeah, I think that's probably
Dr. Gort's not
probably it.
dilapidated.
Well, let's make sure to maybe take some notes tonight so we don't forget what's happening when we re-up coming back into this
Apparently
after
this
a
was
month or more
recorded.
down. If only it was recorded and we could watch it later.
That's true. If only it was.
Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah. Oh, is this the new thing that we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everybody say who you are and we'll go around the table and then we'll say goodbye as we do this.
Andrew Pierce, the hockey pool.
Helen Alamano at Helen Alamano.
Ash Minnick at Astronaut44.
Joseph Limbaugh at Overdroid and postcardgames.com.
Mike Villanueva at Mike Villeneuve.
It was so hard to do!
Jill Marie Hoffman at Silly Jilly Marie.
And we are the Unreliable Narrators at unreliableimprov.com. Thank you, QueueTimes, for having us, and we'll see you there.
Second City Show on, when is it?
Oh, we have our final Second City show on Wednesday. Go to unreliableimprov.com to see it.